Whether it's talking through the details of your coverage or following up after a claim, your auto, home, and life insurance are more than just policies. They're protection for the life you've built. Visit amica.com and get a quote today.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
78-72, Brooklyn by 6. White out of the game. Jalen out of the game. Kate out of the game. Pull up three. Porter on Shireman. It's good, and the foul.
Got that one at one.
They're going to look at it for a flagrant because Shireman got in his landing space. This could be a disaster. Spoiler alert. It was a disaster. Our Lexus Amazing Player of the Game, Michael Porter Jr., brought to you by the Lexus TX. Room for whatever your passion is. In fact, up to 7 passionate individuals can ride in perfect comfort in the 3-row Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Nets needed somebody because they were falling apart early in the fourth quarter. And Michael Porter Jr. scored 18 in the fourth, 33 points, 8 rebounds for the game. That's the kind of offense they really haven't had. He was the best offensive player and the best player in this game as the Nets avenged the home loss on Tuesday night. They come to Boston, split the home-and-home series. Celtics dropped to 1-2 in NBA Cup play. We'll tell you what that means here in a second. But bigger picture, I made a point last night, tweeted this out. I said, how big is this game for the Celtics? And then I looked at the next 8 games coming up. 7 of the 8 teams the Celtics are about to play are elite in the NBA, on a hot streak, or both. And now you lose a home game to Brooklyn going into that. I thought the Celtics, their North Star was to be at 500 when they got through this gauntlet coming up. Now to win 4, if they win 4 of these next 8, that is 2 thumbs up.
Well, I think that, you put yourself in that position. If you're the Celtics, you think about a couple of fouls that they had or shots that didn't go in, and especially Derek White, who has been such a deadly shooter tonight, couldn't throw it in the ocean. Peyton Pritchard was okay. Brown was pretty good. Brown was really good. But they're going to have that other score. And, man, Sam Hauser is just on the milk carton right now so far as shooting the basketball. Here's a guy who is a brilliant shooter but can't throw it in the ocean. And simply doesn't have the confidence right now to shoot it.
Simon scored tonight, but again, the Celtics were outscored by 10 points in his 33 minutes on the floor, even though he had 23 points in 16 minutes. Celtics had 24 assists with each one. $25 to the Tufts University School of Dental Medicine's Cares for Veterans program. Visit 98.5 The Sports Hub /veterans and see how they're connecting every veteran in need of oral health care in Boston to a dental home at no cost. There's not going to be a lot of nights this year that the Celtics are favored to win. They're going to be favored maybe once in the next 8 games, and as you said, maybe that's the best thing for them. The last time they saw the Orlando Magic, the good news is they beat them in Orlando. The bad news is Orlando has been great since they lost that game to the Celtics. They're coming off some big wins. They play the Knicks tomorrow. They'll be here on the back-to-back, and let the gauntlet begin.
Well, let the gauntlet begin and let the Celtics play better basketball, especially talking about attacking on their offensive end.
Early start, 5:30 on the network. We'll all watch Drake May at Cincinnati earlier in the afternoon. And a 5:30 start on the network, 6 o'clock. Final meeting, believe it or not, in the regular season between the Celtics and the Orlando Magic. That coming your way as the second game of the 3-game Thanksgiving homestand goes on. Celtics are beaten by the Brooklyn Nets, where we get you out to L.A. for the Bruins. 113-105 is the final. Max and I will talk to you Sunday. In the meantime, in between Celtics and Bruins, let's get you to Matt McCarthy.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot, guys. Celtics fall to the Nets, 113-105. We'll wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA, is adding extra excitement to every basket this year with special promotions, new features, and more. Log in throughout the season to find anything from odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost tokens, and unique rewards in your account to amplify your winnings. Log in to BetMGM all throughout the basketball season to see what's new. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com. This winter, paradise in the Caribbean is closer than you think. Anguillair, operated by Bermudair, the only nonstop flight connecting Boston to Anguilla, is your shortcut to sunshine. Fares from $179 one way at flyanguillair.com. From Boston to Barefoot Bliss, only with Anguillair. Black Friday deals are on now at McGovern Ford in Lowell, Framingham, Beverly, and Saugus. Lease a new Ford F-150 STX for only $329 a month, 36 months, 7,500 miles per year with $29.99 due at signing. Or take up to $10,000 off MSRP. They install snowplows too. Get your best deal during the Black Friday sales event at McGovern Ford in Framingham, Lowell, Beverly, and Saugus. Shop now at McGovernFord.com. Take delivery by 11/30/25. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees extra. On approved credit, see dealer for details. Not all buyers will qualify.
An itch that changes place every time I try to scratch. A searing hot flash in a place that I wasn't prepared for.
Stings, like I'm sitting on a cactus.
Are you settling for irritating bladder protection? Ditch the itch with new Tena Sensitive Care. With its 5-in-1 skin comfort formula, keep dry and up to 100% irritation-free. Ditch the itch and switch to Tena.
Moving your home or business? Avoid the headache, time, and uncertainty of hiring just any mover. Do what I did and choose DN Van Lines. Online at dnvanlines.com.
The Boston Bruins, Loon Mountain, and 98.5 The Sports Hub have teamed up to offer the Skate and Ski ticket package for the 2025-26 season. Purchase a $150 ticket to a select Bees game and receive a complimentary lift ticket to Loon. Head to bostonbruins.com/skate and ski for more information and to buy your tickets today.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Celtics are plus with him on the floor. Porter coming backdoor. Gets behind Jaylen Brown. Claxton with a triple-double. And Michael Porter Jr. may just have sealed it. Brooklyn by 12.
Tonight's Hustle Player of the Game is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, only 90.
Clogged pipes? Call Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in drain cleaning and pipelining. You may not need them today, but when you do, think of Drains by James. They've unclogged and pipelined thousands of jobs, and they want to be there for you.
Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Or Michelob Ultra, superior light beer, must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly. Triple-double for Nick Claxton, 18, 12, and 11. He leads the Nets to a 113-105 win over the Celtics. In just moments, we will get the vast majority of you out to L.A. for Bruins and Kings. That comes up next on 98.5 The Sports Hub and many of these same stations. For Sean Grandy and Cedric Waxwell, I'm Matt McCarthy. We'll talk to you Sunday night against the Magic on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
Jaylen, right-hand dribble into the paint, goes to Derek White, who steps back into the corner for three.
Moving and grooving.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Jaylen forces it up over C. No! He tied it! He did it! Jaylen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boy step up at the right time, man.
And by Delta Dental of Massachusetts, Brex, your New England Chevy dealers, Town Fair Tire, and by Comcast Business.
Pritchard, half court, it's in the air.
Go!
He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
And by your New England Ford dealers, Wendy's, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Celtics basketball is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network. From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Celtics fall to the Nets 113-105. We now get you out to Los Angeles for Bruins and Kings. Just moments away from the puck drop, we join Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers already in progress.
Los Angeles, kind of a homecoming for Marco Sturm. He spent 7 seasons coaching in this Kings organization. He was asked this morning about his time in L.A. and observations of Andrei Kopitar, who's retiring at season's end.
Pretty special, right? Being here and being dominant and just down-to-earth guy. I don't know what to say. He's just a very classy human being, a great hockey player. You can compare him to like a Bergeron, I would say. As soon as people, players, staff walk into that room, you feel the Kopitar presence in there without even saying anything. That's something, that's the culture they created. I think that's the culture we created in Boston with the Chara and Bergeron. So, when I played and being in those different locker rooms, very, very similar. I can tell you that. Coming from Boston, I end up here, going in those kind of locker rooms, and then being traded again in different locker rooms. Big difference.
Kings here in Los Angeles. Here's what's on deck. Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com. We'll go around the NHL, including Minnesota with a big win over Pittsburgh.
And they score! Kaprizov to Boldy out front, and Minnesota makes it 5-0.
Bob will chat with Bruins head coach Marco Sturm.
I think we just have to be patient enough. We got to be structured well against these guys. They're probably not as good as in their end, in their zone, and their pain. So that's where we have to be strong.
And up next, we'll talk about tonight's opponent, the LA Kings, here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven with a versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
2026 Kias are hitting the lot at McGovern Kia of Norwood. Now is the time to save on all remaining 2025 Kia models. Buy or lease a new 2025 Kia Sportage, Kia Niro, K4, Sorento, or Telluride and save big. Over 150 new Kias, including a great selection of hybrid, plug-in hybrids, and EVs. Don't miss out. Visit McGovern Kia of Norwood on Route 1 Auto Mile and see why they're New England's top Kia dealership. Shop now at McGovernKiaofNorwood.com. Kia, movement that inspires. McGovern Auto, the official automotive partner of the New England Patriots.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Clogged pipes? Call Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in drain cleaning and pipelining. You may not need them today, but when you do, think of Drains by James. They've unclogged and pipelined thousands of jobs, and they want to be there for you.
Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Local businesses, local agents, local support. That's Concord Group Insurance. Talk to your independent agent today.
Welcome to September and big savings now at McGovern Kia of Norwood. Save on a new Kia Sorento Hybrid, the popular Kia Telluride, and the Kia Niro EV. September savings include low payment lease offers or choose low rate APR financing. And whether you lease or own your vehicle, McGovern Kia of Norwood is willing to pay you an additional $2,000 over your trade value. Shop now on the Route 1 Auto Mile in Norwood or at McGovernKiaofNorwood.com. That's McGovernKiaofNorwood.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Here's Fiala, over to Clark, top of the circle. One-timer healed by Fiala, was picked up by Kopitar. Here's Fiala again to a traffic. Can't get it low. We are tied in San Jose.
Bruins and the LA Kings coming up. Kings 10-6-5 on the season, returning home tonight after 6 in a row on the road. That includes last night in San Jose where they lost in a shootout to the Sharks 4-3. Head coach Jim Hiller said afterwards his team played hard but ended up on the short end.
I liked our energy, especially to start the game. We were commenting on the bench. It felt fast. Both teams, I thought it was a good pace. Much different game than the last time we were in here. It's a game of mistakes in the end, and we just made a couple too many. They were able to capitalize. I thought we had some pretty good looks too that we just weren't able to capitalize. Power play had some chances, didn't score.
Yeah, the power play, just to kind of jump on that a little bit, last 5 games, only 1 goal on their power play, 1 for 14 in that time. So they've struggled a little bit in that area. It's been something that's kind of held them back a little bit offensively for them this year. And Hiller really leaned on some of his forwards. Look at their ice times from last night. Kempe almost 25 minutes last night in that game. He's got to earn that new contract, I guess, right? And so Kopitar over 20 minutes. Fiala almost 24 minutes in that game last night. I know it goes to overtime, but still. And Byfield over 20 minutes. So 4 forwards over 20 minutes in that game last night. I think it was only 1 defenseman, and that was Clark. And he's playing more minutes because Drew Doughty's injured. Right. So Clark, the last 2 games, he's played the most minutes he's played all season long. So, this is an opportunity for the Bruins. When I look at it, they were in San Jose. Tough game, overtime game. They end up losing. They've barely played any games at home. They've only played 7 games at home, 14 on the road. And this was one of the best home teams in the league last year. They had 30 wins last year on home ice. They've only got 1 so far in their first 7 games. I think opportunity for the Bruins. And then, that's the way you got to look at it since you've lost your last couple of games and the way you've lost them.
Well, last night they had 34 shots on goal offensively, 4 power play chances, but Hiller said they just didn't capitalize on.
I liked how we skated. So from that perspective, I thought we had some good balance in our lines. We had looks and we just didn't finish enough. I think Kempe had 4 or 5 shots. I think Fiala had 6 or something like that. So we had plenty of looks, just not enough finish.
Yeah, and the penalties have been an issue for the Bruins all season long. They were better last game for it, but it's for them, you're going to see Corey Perry in front of the net. You're always going to have that. He's going to be a pest down there. They've got the personnel, and I think you go through dips, ups and downs sometimes throughout a season. If it goes on too long, you know that you got to make some changes there. But if they feel like they're getting the chances and they're getting the looks, at some point they're going to start to go in. So the Bruins penalty kill has to be strong and stay out of the box. Obviously, that goes without saying.
Bruins and the Kings coming up. We'll check the injury report coming up next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Gambling can be addictive, just like alcohol and other drugs. And like with other addictions, help for yourself or a loved one is out there. Call the Massachusetts Problem Gambling Helpline at 800-327-5050.
No time of the year sounds better than the holidays. We look forward to the opening of new presents, heading out with family to see holiday lights, then racing back home to enjoy a traditional family meal. Or sometimes running back out to grab the last-minute gift. Get into the holiday spirit during the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models now through January 5th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hi, I'm Jim Burns, sales manager from AAA Work Trucks, your local truck upfitter in Billerica. We all know your truck setup is critical to your success on the job, so choose AAA Work Trucks to upfit your vehicle. We sell and install virtually everything your commercial truck needs, from van shelving to ladder racks, lift gates, toolboxes, power inverters, and much more. Call 866-783-6222 and we'll come up with a solution that works best for you. Visit us at AAAWorkTrucks.com. That's AAAWorkTrucks.com.
What the is going on? Where's all this water coming from?
I think, and it's just a guess, it's coming from your roof.
Hottie?
Yeah, it's me, but listen, you've clearly got roof issues.
Oh, I got issues, all right. My ex-brother-in-law, did my roof like 10 years ago. He must have it up.
Yeah, so call 44 Beantown. Beantown Home Improvements will give you a free estimate right away, and they'll take care of your roof the way it's supposed to be done.
Hey, thanks, Hottie.
Take my advice. Call Beantown Home Improvements now. They don't around. Call 44 Beantown or go to beantownhi.com.
Don't miss the Sports Etc. High School Hockey Skate and Stick Sale now through November 23rd only. Take up to 35% off on select skates and sticks. Sports Etc. 1303 Mass Ave in Arlington.
Celtics fans, be sure to enjoy all the Boston Celtics action this season, whether it's your neighborhood bar, restaurant, or cheering from home with an ice-cold, refreshing Corona, the official cerveza of the Boston Celtics. La Playa awaits. Corona must be 21. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Champions play here. The sport.
Gudis did not take part in morning skate and will be out of the lineup tonight. Charlie McAvoy recovering from facial surgery. Still no timeline for his return. Elias Lindholm is on the trip and skating with the team, but not yet ready to return to game action. And Victor Arvidsson, Casey Middlestad, and Jordan Harris all remain on IR. Injury report brought to you by Catches Law, the official law firm of the Boston Bruins. They've won over $3 billion for their clients. When you're injured and can't work, turn to Catches Law. There's no fee unless you win. Go to catcheslaw.com and schedule your free consultation today. We'll go around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Engines rev. Are you listening?
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Greater Boston. And our more than 100 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Winter will be here before you know it. At National Grid, we're taking steps to manage costs within our control and prepare our system to meet seasonal demands. We want to help you be prepared too. We offer a variety of services and solutions to help you manage energy costs during the colder months. Now is the best time to explore your options and find out what support is available. So get ready for winter before it arrives. Visit ngrid.com/here4you to learn how we can help you prepare.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Kings coming up here from L.A. Just 3 other games on the NHL slate on this Friday night, including the Buffalo Sabres putting a 9 spot on Chicago.
Timmins has it high in the line, now in behind the net for Zucker. Veteran playing with positioning, centers in front, they score. Zucker feeds it out front to McLeod, 17-71, and it's 4-1 Buffalo.
Yeah, Chicago had a tough loss last night. Bedard had a tough call against him last night that didn't go his way. Ended up in the box and lost on a power play goal. Buffalo got called out by Tage Thompson, and they end up responding here today with a nice win, 9-3 over the Blackhawks.
Minnesota Wild blanked the Penguins 5-0.
Shea sends it around. Kaprizov just off the bench, and they score! Kaprizov to Boldy out front, and Minnesota makes it 5-0.
Minnesota's now won 4 games in a row, and after a really slow start to the season, they've really picked it up here recently. 5-0 winners over the Penguins today.
And in the third period, Carolina has a 4-3 lead over Winnipeg.
Who's got a step? Giving it on Connery. With a chance. He scores! Talk to me, Shorty! Seth Jarvis! His second shorthanded goal of the year.
Yeah, just under 8 minutes to go in the third period of that one. Carolina still leading Winnipeg by the score of 4-3. Nikolai Ehlers back in Winnipeg for the first time since signing as a free agent with the Carolina Hurricanes.
That's our look around the NHL. Marco Sturm will join us next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At 99 restaurants, the $14.99 Big Deal meals start the week off right. Satisfy big appetites every Monday through Wednesday. Try our roasted turkey dinner smothered with rich gravy. For big deal meals and a great time, you gotta love the Nines.
Hey New England, Drake May here. I'm always striving for greatness on the field, but greatness doesn't wait. It gets up, shows up, and moves forward. It takes hard work, ingenuity, and progress to achieve it. That's exactly what Chevy had in mind with the Chevy Silverado. Built bold, built for what's next. It has it all. Power, versatility, tech, comfort, the sky's the limit. Everything a great quarterback is looking for on the road. Because I know the Silverado is striving for that greatness just like me. Get to your local New England Chevy dealer today and check it out. The Chevy Silverado. Built to lead, built for greatness.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans accepted. Take the first step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
Golf's got birdies, eagles, even albatrosses, but we're the bird nobody wanted, the Blue Falcon. Born in the barracks, raised on the fairway, and proudly causing chaos ever since. At Blue Falcon Golf, founded by a Marine veteran, every stitch is built for the players who serve, support, or just enjoy stirring the pot between holes. Rock our military-inspired polos, hats, t-shirts, and performance hoodies, including the infamous ass hat and our unapologetic Second Amendment lineup. Use code HUB20 to save 20% site-wide. Fly your colors at bluefalcongolf.com and embrace being the bird they didn't ask for, but definitely remember.
L&F is a veteran-owned company offering premier services such as heat pumps, panel upgrades, and more. Visit lfelectricalservice.com.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. If it could talk, it'd tell stories. And if you've had one, you've probably got a story worth telling. Here's to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety.
Marco, you get set to take on the Kings here today. First, before we get into today's game or even last game, just what does it mean to you to be back in this building here? You know a lot of players, obviously, on the other team, and it's got to be a little extra special for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It means a lot. These guys, especially, Rob Blake, Luke Robitaille, Glenn Murray, those guys gave me the opportunity to be back in the NHL and gave me the opportunity to be where I'm at now, be a head coach. And I had great 7 years here. I learned a lot. I had great staff, good players, great organizations. So, it's nice to be back.
I heard your comments and read your comments after the last game against Anaheim, after you've kind of seen everything again, watched it again. I mean, you stand kind of by those in terms of the defensive posture of your team?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, it's always frustrating a little bit after a game. We just, we worked so hard. And we shouldn't come out with nothing. That was the frustrating point for me. We did a lot of good things. We never quit. We just have to play smarter than that. We got to know what where the time is, especially after we tied it up. I think we're not smart enough sometimes because we wanted it so badly. It's a learning process. We just have to be, more consistent throughout 60 minutes, and structure-wise, and especially defensively, you just gotta calm down things sometimes. But that's something we just kind of go through it. It's going to be some up and downs. We're not going to practice a lot, so that our games are actually our practices. So that's where we kind of teach right now. Moving forward. You referenced it when you tied it up, and you just wanted it so bad. It seemed like guys were really gripping their sticks there, especially trying to get out of the defensive zone. That's the way we saw it from where we sat. Is that the way you saw it? Yeah, no, absolutely. And it just. It was not the first time either. If you remember, start of the season, we gave up a lot of late goals. Exactly the same way. And again, this is a learning process for us. I know guys want it, so that's not the issue. Now we just have to, learn how to play with a tight game or even with we're up a goal. Because it seems like when we're down a goal or two, we can pressure, we can score. So now we have to figure out how to play in those kind of situations, and we just didn't play smart enough. So we gave Anaheim lots of life, and unfortunately, it just costing us a lot of points this season already.
So from a technical side, just watching the morning skate, I know you said you don't have a lot of time to practice. So just that last drill there, when to close, and then the double team, from the support, I should say, from the centerman or the low forward.
Yeah, we had the first guy in Anaheim. We really did. But then the second and the third guy, they're different. The layers were missing. We were just kind of caught in between. They got the puck, low to high, and up in the net a couple times. So those are, again, you usually use those practices to go over, and even for me, it seems like I don't know how many months ago, last time we did that practice, and also even training camp. So it's still something new for us. What is normal? Listen, I've been through exactly with this team here, LA, exactly the same. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 2-3 months. It just takes time. Unfortunately, everyone has no time, including us. So that's the hard part.
The last one for you on the Kings here tonight. Obviously, an organization you know very well. What do you like about their game, and where can you try to go after them?
Yeah, no, they. If you look at the lineup, they're just up and down. They're just very solid. They just, they build up. They're at one point they were where we at right now, but it also they also have to be patient, and it took them a lot of years not a lot of years, but took them a few years, and now I think they have a really solid overall lineup with a lot of speed and a lot of skill. They defend well, but again. I think we just have to be patient enough. We got to be structured well against these guys, and again, I think they're probably not as good as in their end, in their zone, and their paint. So that's where we have to be strong.
Appreciate it, Marco. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
That's head coach Marco Sturm. Bruins and the Kings are next.
On Wednesday in Anaheim, the Bruins found themselves in an early hole again. They were able to fight back and tie it again. And with under 4 minutes to go in regulation, they let it slip away. Carlson along the right circle. Turns it back up top. Shot, and they score. The shot by Moore looked like it redirected past Korpisalo. And it's a 4-3 Anaheim lead. Tonight, the road trip comes to L.A. to face a team looking to get back in the win column after a shootout loss last night. The Bruins and the Kings are coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Across to Esposito, a shot.
Cam Neely, wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime.
Geeky scores. And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geeky.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers, Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, your New England Boyd dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, Service Credit Union, and by Catches Law.
Backhand and a save, Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, your New England Chevy dealers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Wendy's, Live Nation, your Boston area Lexus dealers, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100-point backhand score on a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we're at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles for the Bruins' only visit to the Kings this year. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. You just spoke to Marco Sturm about some of the defensive issues that the Bruins had, particularly in that third period tonight. How do they overcome those tonight? How do they keep from making those same mistakes against LA?
I mean, it's a mindset where you take pride in it, and until they do, it's those things are going to keep happening. And I know that they're a little undermanned. They've got some injuries to some key guys, no question about it. To some veteran guys that could certainly help in that department with the composure. But the lack of composure showed in that game, unfortunately, against Anaheim, and it's happened a few times this year. So it's a shame, because what Marco Sturm said there, he's absolutely right. They care. You see them battling back when they're down a couple of goals, and they battle back in games. Most games, not all of them, but most games. But the ability to just have that pride in your own zone and, the composure to make the right plays coming out. It's not always going to be perfect. No one's expecting that. But there have to be some areas that have to be cleaned up, whether it's individually or as a unit, as a team. And they realize it. They've identified it. When you hear Marco Sturm say, so you read between the lines enough, you know that they're well aware of some of the things that are going on, and they're trying to correct them. And there's a fine line of having enough patience and to push them to be where they need to be, and for them to push themselves to be where they need to be.
A little bit of different look on the top two lines tonight. Zacha, Blumel, and Pasternak. Busnadinov is going to join Steves and Geeky on the second line.
Well, they went to that in the game against Anaheim, but there were some penalties, so it didn't always. And like he said, you lose VL, so you're double shifting some guys, so it didn't always stick that way. But he's just looking for something different right now. I think to try to balance some of the lines. I believe, especially here on the road. And you go with the Czech line. The line that keeps together is Minton and Janot and Kastelik, and that line stays together. And the fourth line basically stay together. With Viel's injury, Tufte goes back in there, but you still got Asamont and Corrali on that line as well. So just juggling it up a little bit, see if you can get something out of the right things out of certain guys.
Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Face-Off is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up, because I gotta dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
He roofs it, top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's is crafted in Austin and made for Boston. Every sip has a smooth finish that's always good on ice, just like the Bruins. Realize your top shelf goals and win the pregame and the rest of the game with Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pregames with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Hit 985thesportshub.com.
Back here in Los Angeles, let's go down to ice level and join the pregame ceremonies. Moment of silence being held for Richard Zamboni, who passed away last week.
As we honor America, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your hats and welcome our IBW and NICA hero of the game, Sergeant Major Josh Minter of the United States Marine Corps. On behalf of the Los Angeles Kings, we thank you for your service and dedication to our country. Please welcome the Yuhaviatam of San Manuel Nation Honor Guard. And here to perform the national anthem of the United States of America, accompanied by Kings organist Dieter Rule, please welcome Kings season ticket member Hannah Davey.
Oh, say, can you see? So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the
Getting set for the opening face-off here between the Kings and the Bruins. We'll take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Los Angeles Kings, Darcy Kemper. On defense, the pairing of Brian Dumoulin and Brant Clark. Up front, Adrian Kempe, Kevin Fiala, and Quinton Byfield. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman getting the start in goal. Henry Jokiharju and Hampus Lindholm, your defensemen. And up front, Alex Steeves, Morgan Geekie, and Marat Husnadinov.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Lynn Lucier of Whitensville, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Lynn will pick up a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins with game 2 of this 4-game road trip. head on to San Jose on Sunday, and then Wednesday night at the Islanders. Boston in the road white sweaters, white helmets, black pants. Kings in black from head to toe with the silver numbers and white trim. Boston will go from left to right here in the first period. Murat Husnudinov opposes Quinton Byfield on the opening draw. Puck is down, and it'll come onto the stick to Brant Clark, and he is promptly checked along the far boards by Steves as he gets the puck deep into Boston territory. Steves tried to play it up the wall far side, cut off by Byfield. Lindholm will wrap it around toward the near side, and Jokiharju from the near circle with a pass out to center ice. Steves cutting to the right, plays it down deep into LA territory. In the near corner, puck taken by Fiala. He'll work it out between the circles and pass off to the right side into neutral ice. Geekie blocked a pass across and kicked it back into the LA zone. Steves goes in after it along the end boards. Wrapped it toward the far side, but Kempe is there. And the Kings will come forward. Byfield cutting across the Boston line is all by himself as LA started to change. He wraps the puck around far side. Fogle able to tap it off the wall, but picked up and brought ahead by Blumel for the Bruins. Off the dump in, Edmondson goes behind the net for LA. Lifted it around the far side. Pasternak knocked it out of the air, but the Kings are able to clear. Zadorov went for a check on Laferriere, who was able to slip it. Bruins get possession here with Pasternak passing left side for Blumel. Off his skate and in deep. Edmondson backhanded over to the far side. Fogle will come back in behind the net here for the Kings. Sends it back behind the net again, and Edmondson plays it off the far wall. Lohrei kept it in. Got it to Pasternak at the far corner, but chopped away from him and spun back around the near side. Peak pinching on the near side to keep that puck alive, and centers to Jeannot, who's coming off of the bench. He fires a shot into the glove of Darcy Kemper.
Should be a few bucks up on the board here tonight. A few former Bruins, including Marco Sturm and Tanner Jeannot.
Yeah, Tanner Jeannot played here last year. 67 games as an LA King in his one season.
Said he got a chance to meet up with his the American Hockey League team is in Ontario, right near here. So a chance to meet up with some of the guys that he worked with when he was there for a period of time. The Kings, of course, themselves were out in San Jose, up in San Jose, I should say.
A glove down here just outside the LA line, brought back in offside by Jokiharju.
So the Senators were, Ottawa Senators were in our hotel the other day in Anaheim. Then they played Anaheim last night. Now they have to play San Jose tomorrow.
Right.
And then come back down and play LA. The crazy schedule. We got the better schedule this time. We had, you got Anaheim, LA. You don't have to fly anywhere, and it's a day in between, and then you get San Jose. So it's a favorable schedule. Now it's up to the Bruins to be able to take advantage of it here on the road.
Yeah, and this one, LA plays last night. Bruins did not.
Yes.
The same thing's going to happen to San Jose on Sunday. They play tomorrow night at home and then have to play the Bruins in a back-to-back. As Jokiharju reaching back in his own zone to try and keep it away from Kopitar in front of the net.
Yeah, actually put it back in on Swayman. Right. Forced Swayman to make a save.
Angled into the near corner. Kastelik played it up the boards. Held in at the line by Moberari. Around the far side and just in front of the Bruins bench. It gets through Ceci. And Moberari going to chase it back into his zone here for LA. 2:15 gone here in the first period. No score. Bruins were the only shot on goal so far. Only shot on the opponent's goal so far. Puck poke check free near the red line by Corrali. It'll get dumped in by Perry. Far side circle. Corrali rink wide for Asimon. Sends it back across to the far side. Out of the reach of Tufte, who chases it toward Kemper. Kemper just shoveled it toward the near corner. Perry along the far side, held in by Lohrei. Asimon got it to Corrali. Wide angle shot off the far wall. Kemper against that far post. Asimon tried to centers. He got upended behind the net. Corrali trying to dig it free in that far corner. Turcotte to spin it back around toward the near side. Pete comes down to the hash marks along the near wall against Armia. 6, now make it 7 gathered around that puck. And it'll be Turcotte who pushes it out of the LA zone. Corrali back in his own zone, gives to Aspero. Both teams getting some changes on up ice here. Aspero takes his time, now walks it out toward the blue line, sends it ahead to Steves, who tipped it from out in the neutral zone, and it came short hopping in on Kemper, forced him to make a save.
It's like a funny hop, too, off of his pad and just off to his side.
Steves will backhand it deep. Kemper comes out into the trapezoid, spins it around toward that far side for Clark, taken away. Here's Geeky in front, couldn't get it to settle. Steves with a wrap around along the near post, got denied. He's got it back now out near the blue line, steps to the high slot and puts a shot wide on the stick side. Geeky along the far wall, along with Husnudinov trying to keep that puck free. Instead, it's grabbed by Fiala.
Good forecheck. Forces that turnover. Geeky just couldn't handle that initial pass, and they tried to wrap it around. Kemper diving back to his left. Had help from a defense as well.
Ryan Dumoulin, former BC Eagle, sent that puck deep. Blumel back into the neutral ice. Can't get it across the LA line, and they'll come back forward. Tossed to the net by Deneau. In the near corner, Zacha backhands it along in front of the net for Lindholm. Up ice to Pasternak. His pass is tipped, and that sends the Bruins in offside.
Yeah, pretty good opportunity there. You know, you get the turnover by the good forecheck. Steve's in there. Kemper tries to go around the boards, and then the Bruins get a good hit there from Husnudinov with the hit that prized that puck free, and then the attempted wraparound by Steve. That was Byfield that came back and helped out Kemper on that play.
Quick welcome back on the scoreboard for Marco Sturm and Tanner Jeannot. Here in Los Angeles is CC. Comes back behind the LA net with a puck on his stick. Sent back around toward the near side by Moverari.
Usually you wait for the commercial timeout for that, don't you?
No video or anything. So just a quick, hey, welcome back, guys, and back to play we go. You'd think 7 years in the organization for Sturm at least would get a little more than that.
There's no highlights for him, so it's
Bruins will have a face-off in the offensive zone. 15:01 to go here in the first period. Pavel Zacha will take the draw. He'll match up against Kopitar. Near circle down to our right. Zacha wins it back along the near boards. Blumel tried to turn around shot. That was blocked. It's one back up the near side. And it is Trevor Moore getting back behind the LA net. Pass on to the near side. Anderson will bring it toward the red line. Push it down the left wing boards. Peak in the near corner. Gets it behind the net to Lorai. Mason will pass out to neutral ice. Skipped away from Zacha. Loose puck near the LA line. Anderson got it off the near boards. Moore had it knocked off his stick by Zacha. Edmondson far side. And it's Moore to play it forward. Peak. They'll skate it back behind the Bruins net and give it to Lorai as he circles toward the near side. Pasternak out in the neutral ice up the right side. Will play it deep into the near corner. Kept away from Tufte and pushed out of the zone by Dumoulin near the red line. Corrali forced a turnover, but right back to Dumoulin. We are 6 minutes into this first period. Dumoulin's pass gets redirected into the Bruins zone. Cut off between the circles by Zadorov. Aspero going to carry it out to his own blue line. Pass near side for Tufte. Tip to the across the LA line. The Kings get it right back out. And Perry gets it deep into Boston territory. Zadorov out from behind the Bruins net. With a pass up the gut here for Tufte, just out of his reach.
Oh, Perry's going to go for a penalty here. Him and Aspero were tied up, and then Perry got a little upset. He cross-checked somebody down to the ice right at the blue line.
Zadorov gets up.
Perry's getting the original. I don't think there's going to be anything else.
We'll figure that out when we come back. 13:35 to play here in the first period. No score, Bruins and Kings on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
There's nothing like the sights and sounds of the holidays. The crackle of a fire, the tearing of wrapping paper, and the of new gifts. The smell of cookies, ornaments on the tree, and the of new toys, along with the sound of Christmas carols through the Lexus Premium Sound System. Get into the holiday spirit during the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models now through January 5th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey, it's Hardy. If your attic insulation's outdated, call Revise, a Mass Save partner. They'll do a no-cost home energy assessment, and you could save 75 to 100% on insulation and air sealing. Don't wait. Visit callrevise.com or call 800-885-SAVE.
Hockey players, stop going to the store or rink to get your skates sharpened and do it right at home with the Sparks Skate Sharpener. Sparks allows you to sharpen your skate with pro-style accuracy at home. Sparks is easy, safe, consistent, and requires no experience. Perfect sharp skates every time with just a push of a button. Over 25 NHL teams are using Sparks, and so should you. Why go to the store or rink ever again when you can get pro-sharpened skates fast and easy? Get your Sparks Skate Sharpener today at sparkshockey.com and use promo code SPORTSHUB to save $50 at checkout. That's sparkshockey.com.
Give the gift of hockey with the Providence Bruins Holiday Hat Trick, driven by your New England Honda dealers. Get 2 tickets to select home games, 4 flex ticks, and a retro script winter hat for just $1 down. Plus $10 from each pack goes to the Tomorrow Fund for children with cancer. Buy now for just $1 down at ProvidenceBruins.com. Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate Truck Month and hurry in to secure your deal today. Built Ford Tough. Bruins and Kings scoreless, 13:35 to go, and Boston about to go to the power play.
Corey Perry just giving it to Cody Beach, the referee, that entire commercial timeout. He said he just kind of ran into Zadorov, and Zadorov didn't see him coming, but he was tied up with Aspro at first. And Perry just, he just laying into the referee. Good thing it wasn't the referee that had Bedard last night, because Bedard laid into a referee. He ended up getting a 2-minute unsportsmanlike, and they lost the game.
So with that penalty, Bruins to the power play. They are 9 for 20 in the last 6 games. They've scored at least 1 goal in each of those games. Boston up to number 4 in the league on the power play this season. As the puck gets wrapped around the near boards, it'll get through Blumel and go all the way down the ice.
I don't know if you said it, 9 for 20 in their last 6 games.
Yeah. Almost 50-50. That includes a 2 for 2 against Anaheim the other night. Blumel going to bring it forward here for Boston. Along the near boards, Geeky, and it gets turned back and sent back into the Boston zone. Lindholm goes back around behind Jeremy Swayman to pick up the puck. Brings it out to his own blue line. Hands it back. Zacha. And Blumel coming through the neutral ice to Geeky just across the line. Walks it along the blue line. Hands it to Lindholm. From the far point, a shot. Save made. Geeky got the rebound over to Blumel. And from the near circle, Kemper made a nice save. On the near wall. Lindholm to Pasternak. Fired it across. It was partially blocked, and it'll get cleared by Armia.
That's a good opportunity for Blumel. He's in the right wing circle. That puck gets to him, and Kemper having to get to his left. There was a couple of holes there, but he was able to make the save. Blumel still looking for that first one.
Geeky just inside the line, backhanded through Blumel and Vogel as well. Pasternak in the far corner, tried to center. It gets blocked up into the air, comes down in the near corner. Blumel to Zacha, back to Blumel. Right through Zacha, and coming behind the net is Ceci. He's got a lane to clear it. Instead, going to carry out to his own blue line. Now will fire it ahead. Lindholm has to hustle back after it with Vogel bearing down on. 26 seconds to go on the Bruins power play. 12 minutes to play here in the first period. Mason Lohrei going to drag it out into neutral ice and give it for Husnadinov. He'll carry into the zone. Backhands it around behind the net. To the far side corner, Asamont. And push it back along the end boards. It comes around the near side, and a little bit too much steam on it as Lohrei tried to knock it down. Instead, it'll be thrown back down into Bruins territory, and that'll do it for the Corey Perry penalty. So Boston 0 for 1 early on the power play. Jokiharju will dump in from the red line. Kemper spins it around the near side boards. Jokiharju pinching against Kempe. At the back of the net, Clark sends it around the far side. Aspero held it in. Didn't get much on a shot attempt. Kastelik's shot was blocked. Loose in front of Kemper, who poke checked it away. And the puck still loose in front of the net. Kings will grab it. Fiala will move it out. Kempe, left side for Kopitar. Long shot. Save made by Swayman. Covers up.
Yeah. It's way offside.
It looks like
way offsides. Weisman was screened by a couple of players in front of him, but from our vantage point, it certainly looked like it.
You alluded to Blumel and, still looking for that first goal. He thought he had one the other night. I chatted with him this morning. He said, he kind of sheepishly, he said, thought I had it. He said they looked at it and turned out he hit the pad instead of the puck.
Yeah. When you watch it in super slow-mo, you can kind of tell that he didn't get a piece, but Geeky grabbed the puck because he had his back to the play, so he didn't even see it.
Right.
He just saw him celebrating, so he said, oh, he must have got it then.
And it turned out it was Geeky's goal as that puck goes out of play. Blumel does have a couple of goals in the NHL, but he's a member of the Dallas Stars.
That was a good setup. The second or third time that got into the zone there on that power play was much better, more effective than the first time that they entered. And Blumel ended up with that puck on his stick, wide open in the right wing circle.
Kings get set up here as Dumoulin passed it off for Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko got it back, throws it to the net, and that one got blocked as well.
He's a shooter.
On the far board, Ceci gives over to Dumoulin at the left point, sends it back across, and we got a penalty coming against the Bruins. But Corrali had a hold of Dano on that far circle.
Boston 52 has 2 minutes for holding.
Yeah, referee at center ice calling this one. Corrali tied up. He's not happy either. It's rare that guys are happy when they go to the box.
Every once in a while you see a guy
just put his head down and go.
Yep, guilty as charged. So the LA power play will get an opportunity here. This is unbelievable. Since they're 24th in the league on the power play, but since October the 25th, they are 4 for 43 on the power play, just 9%. Face off in the offensive zone for them here. Kastelik against Kopitar. Bruins win it. Zadorov skates it to the far circle, brings it out across the blue line. Going to keep coming.
Oh, he's got a forward back there.
All the way down the left wing side, circles in behind the net. Angles it off the far boards back to Kastelik, who sends it in front for Zacha, able to redirect that one on, and Kemper makes the save to keep the Bruins from getting a shorthanded goal.
Well, you talk about going to sleep defensively. Jim Hiller, he's going to make a quick line change. Get these guys off the ice, and they're going to hear it from him. I mean, that's how many seconds into the power play? 16?
Yeah. Kings
Get
have
that
allowed
unit right out. That was a great opportunity.
Kings have allowed 4 shorties this year.
Zadorov made that play. I mean, skates it out of trouble, skates it all the way up the ice, into the zone. He's got Fiala playing defense back there. Around the net, out to Kastelik out at the point, and Zacha's wide open in front.
Zadorov able to poke check the puck away from Moore at the red line. Bruins switch up the penalty killers. Clark drops it back. Byfield will skate it through neutral ice. On the right side, Moore brings down the circle. Gets it back to Clark. Ferrier back up top again to Clark. Byfield far side wall. Throws it in front. Redirected by Moore, but wide. And another penalty coming up here against the Bruins.
It's going to be a high stick. I think it's going to be it's going to be Pete going to the box for the high stick.
So a minute 10 of 5-on-3 time coming here for LA, just past the midway point of the first.
That was on Dano as well.
Boston 26, minor penalty, high sticking.
No real argument from Andrew Peak.
So a test coming here for the Bruins penalty killers. He's killed off 11 of their last 12, but a 2-man advantage now for a minute 10. Zacha, Lindholm, and Zadorov are the 3-man unit. Kopitar gets tossed out of the circle, and so Kempe will get in there against Zacha. Near circle down to our left. Kings will control. Kopitar walks it along the blue line. Gives it to Kempe, who comes out to the line now. Sends over to the far side for Fiala. Back to Kempe. Down low. Kuzmenko trading it behind the net. Here's Kempe with a one-timer. From the near circle, got blocked off the back wall. Perry played it into the corner. Kopitar kept it moving. Fiala from the top of the far circle. Redirected pass came to Kopitar and centered, looking for Perry on the doorstep, but that one gets redirected over the glass, out of play.
Yeah, well done there by the Bruins. Good stick down low, whether it's Swayman's stick or the D stick. Get a block in the circle as well. I think that was Lindholm coming out to block. He might need a new stick. I was afraid he was going to break that on the block.
He goes back to the bench and gets one now. 41 seconds left on the two-man advantage. Minute 31 to go on the power play in its entirety.
Perry with a little running feud here with Zadorov, chirping each other.
Kempe sends down to Kuzmenko in the corner behind the net. Again, trading it back and forth with Kopitar. Centering pass goes all the way to the far circle for Kempe and one-times it into the glove of Jeremy Swayman.
Yeah, Kempe, a little frustrated with himself there. That was a good setup. Attack from the left wing side to the right of Swayman with this pass through the seam, and Kempe's got some space upstairs, but he puts it about halfway up. And Swayman getting over, reads it well, but I mean, there's a lot of room up over the shoulder.
Kempe, new 8-year extension, $10.6 million a year, signed earlier this week. As the Kings get set up, Kuzmenko had one bounce over his stick along the near wall. Back to Kempe. Top of the circle with a shot, and that hit Perry. Standing right in front of the net, and he's slow in getting up. Bruins get a clear. 8 to go in the two-man advantage as the Kings reload. Kuzmenko from the top of the circle. Kempe one touched along to the far side. Fiala to Kopitar. Kopitar centering for Perry on the back door. And either Lindholm or Swayman got a stick on it. On the far circle, Fiala tried to shoot, and his stick came apart. And the Bruins will get a clear as they have a man back now with 35 to go on the 5-on-4 power play. Grant Clark from his own blue line drops it back to Byfield. Full head of steam through the neutral zone. Down the left wing circle. And Aspero denied him a chance. On that far side, it'll come to the center of the blue line. LaFerriere whips it across toward Byfield at that far side circle. Aspero able to tap it free. Janot's clearing effort. Held in. Centering pass came across to LaFerriere from the left circle, and Swayman turns that aside, and the Bruins get a clear.
Well, they had Jokiharju and Aspero on the penalty kill because you had Lindholm and Zadorov on the first part of that the whole part of the 5-on-3.
Puck gets dumped in.
Now you get back
the
to full
boards.
strength.
Swayman covers it up with 7:34 to go in this first period. No score between the Bruins and Kings, and we'll return to Los Angeles.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to allow the line change, or are they? They are. Okay.
They are. So we will take a break here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
We've all seen them. Drivers who are looking at their phones. Is there anything more crazy? It's like they're asking to be in an accident. And why are they even on their phones? To find better car insurance? That's easy. Just pull over and talk with an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you benefit from great coverage and great value. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From Pro Shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM and HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Easily Media Group station.
7:34 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and the Kings. And a face-off coming up inside the defensive zone here for Boston. Shots are 5 aside through the first 12 and a half minutes of this one. Kings unable to capitalize on a 5-on-3 power play. Bruins have had one 5-on-4 power play of their own. Lorai moves it through the middle. Here for Zacha, directed into the LA zone. Pasternak chasing behind the net against Anderson. Renault comes out of the far corner with it. Lobs it through neutral ice. And offside as they got it to the Boston line.
Yeah, Swayman good during that 5-on-3, but the Killers also doing a nice job trying to take away some of those passing lanes. The last time they had to face the 5-on-3s were against the Montreal Canadiens. They had two of them in that game and were perfect in doing so. I didn't think Montreal's 5-on-3 was as effective as they wanted it to be in terms of creating the chances that they were looking for. LA's was better. A couple passes through the seam. That chance by Kempe was a good one, and Swayman coming across and making the glove save. Bruins also got a couple of clears during that time.
Yeah, in that Montreal game, Bruins went 7 for 7 on the penalty kill.
You don't want to be going 7 for 7 today.
Corrali had almost 7 minutes of shorthanded ice time that night. As they lose the puck out of the offensive zone here, Aspero going to dump it in. Pasternak skates onto it on the far circle, kicked it free. And Blumel handed off for Zadorov. His one-timer got blocked.
Yeah, Edmondson.
Zadorov back inside the Boston zone. Pass across ice, finds Zacha. Steps in across the line. Vogel blocked the centering pass. Zacha's got it back at the middle of the blue line. Over to Zadorov. Near side for Blumel in the back door, and he fanned on it.
That was an aerial pass.
Yeah.
So you had to pick it out of the air.
Zacco on the back wall, and he found Pasternak right along that far side post, and Kemper made the save and then covers up.
Yeah, chance from in tight that time for Pasternak. Kemper wasn't even sure he had it, and then it kind of rolled off of his glove to in front of him. Yeah, that was a hard aerial pass, a saucer that didn't land in time for Blumel in the right wing circle that time.
Blumel spoke a little this morning about getting to play with two of his idols in a game, Pasternak and Zacha, in this all-Czech line tonight. Said when he joined the Bruins organization over the offseason, he hoped he'd get that opportunity. Gets it here tonight. Off the face-off, Kings will control. Dumoulin going behind the net around the near side. It gets through Jokiharju and Moore and goes all the way down to Jeremy Swayman. Handed off for Lindholm. Long pass out to center ice for Steves, and as he tried to chip it off the far boards, it instead goes into the Kings bench for a stoppage.
I mean, just you look at the way that the last 8 minutes went, or 8.5 minutes went against Anaheim, and then you kind of look at this game and you just night and day, right? I mean, effective passes coming out of the zone, smart decisions with the puck, going back, a couple of reverses, communications there, support's there. They win a draw, they go D to D, they make a tape-to-tape pass up to the wing. You know, not icing the puck.
Peak gets one deep here. Steve's got it back along the end boards toward Geekie. Got tangled with Dumoulin.
It's a situation of the game.
Well, as you said, I mean, you said it during the pregame interview. It looked like everybody just kind of started gripping those sticks tight in a tie game. As Lorai able to step around Perry, gets it across for Peak, and from the top of the circle, shot into the chest protector of Darcy Kemper.
Yeah, I like the move by Lorai. Nice, confident move at the blue line, right? Start to take a step to your right, then go back to your left.
We'll step aside here.
Nobody able to get in front of the net, sorry.
5:52 to go in this first period. Bruins and Kings are still scoreless here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R. Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up because I gotta dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Feeding the Puck for Families is proudly presented by the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation. With every assist, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to the Greater Boston Food Bank to end hunger here in our local communities. Up to $50,000. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord, a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot, or a 0.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
5:52 to go here in the first period. Bruins and Kings are scoreless. Face-off coming up in the offensive zone here for Boston. Fans, Bruins will be back on Causeway November 28th. Black Friday matinee matchup. 1 p.m. start against the New York Rangers. Select tickets are still available. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets and grab your seat for the hard-hitting action in an Original Six showdown. Kastelik against Byfield on this face-off. Well, Kastelik will be tossed out. And Minton will get in there. Long wait for the drop. Now they get it. Byfield pulled in behind the net here by Jeannot. He'll go into the far corner against Dumoulin. Jeannot to Kastelik coming to the near side. Jokiharju back at the point. We'll play it back down the wall, all the way around behind the net as Dumoulin sealed off Jeannot. It'll come back toward Dumoulin. Kept it moving toward the near side. Kastelik gets a stick in there against Clark. Back around to the far side circle it goes. Kempe couldn't get it through Lindholm. Thrown back toward the front of the net by Jeannot. Comes all the way toward the near side. Jokiharju will play it back around to the far side again. Lindholm shoved by Kempe. Will play it deep. Kastelik racing. Got it out in front, and nearly a chance for Jeannot.
Good stick by Kemper with the paddle down.
Jeannot out of the far corner. Had the puck slip off his stick. Still loose along that far circle. Came back to Jokiharju at the center of the blue line. He'll take it toward the far side. Gets it back in behind the net. Jeannot centering pass, and a chance in front for Minton. He kicked it onto his stick and got the backhand shot.
So that whole play starts when Byfield wins the draw, and Jeannot jumps right by Dumoulin to get control of the puck down low, and then they just go to work in the offensive zone. Leads to a great opportunity for Minton.
Eyssimont redirects an Aspero pass back deep. Ripped around the near wall and got through Aspero and will come back into Boston territory. Zadorov will come back and get it. Around the far wall. Kopitar able to hold it. Got it to Ceci. Shot goes wide off the boards in the near corner. Eyssimont will play it back into neutral ice. Here's Corrales up the left wing. Takes the shot from the far circle. Gloved by Kemper. Stoppage with 4:12 to play here in the first.
Sean, bring that shot down a little bit. Put it on his pads. Look for a rebound. Get bodies going to the net. But all off the faceoff. You had two aggressive pinches from your defenseman. Lindholm on one side. Jokiharju assertive at the other side as well. Looks to be more involved in this game. Like, just make a difference in this game in a positive way. I think that you get a little complacent sometimes when no one's really pushing you for a job and you're playing, and not everybody. I'm talking about some of the guys that are maybe on the bubble.
Puck along the near circle, battle for possession. Zacha from between the circles, got it back to the blue line. Zadorov to Aspero, who throws one to the net. Ricocheted around a couple of times in there.
It's tipped by Hustinov.
Dano from between the circles will backhand it out of the zone. The Ferrier, cross ice pass, Fogle on the left wing. Shot sticked away by Swayman. Out of the near corner. Sent back toward the blue line, and unable to get there in time was Edmondson to keep it in. He'll drive it back in from just inside the red. All the way around the near boards. Pasternak's going to drop it back. Zadorov, the reverse hit behind the net against the Ferrier. Busnadinov plays it toward the far side boards for Blumel, who can't find the handle, and the puck's going to jump out of play into the Bruins bench.
Yeah, the forecheck has been good for the Bruins. The 5-on-5, that forecheck has been good for them. Haven't given the Kings much in the offensive zone so far.
Face-off will be to the left of Swayman here.
Kings don't score a ton, and their power play isn't at least statistically not effective, or hasn't been. They rely on their goaltending and defense, and their goaltender's been good so far in this period.
Off the draw, quick backhand shot by Moore. Swayman gloves that, so they'll face it off again.
Yeah, Kemper and Forsberg, both their numbers are good. Give them a chance to win every night. I say the same thing about the Bruins goalies.
Yeah.
You know, some of the numbers aren't probably where they want them to be, but they give them an opportunity. Korpisalo certainly did the other night against Anaheim.
Kemper finished third in the Vezina voting last year. As the puck gets played back toward Moverari. Ceci. And lost out of the zone now.
Blocked by Steves.
Yeah. 3 minutes to play here in the first period. Scoreless between the Bruins and Kings. Bruce Nadinov blocks a pass intended for Kopitar.
That was more aggressive in the neutral zone there, too, for the Bruins.
Overari, a long shot, gets through to Swayman as Kuzmenko was in front trying for the tip.
You know, it's still a 1-2-2, but the one is forcing the puck carrier in a certain direction. And I think it was Edmondson who was carrying that puck up, and as soon as he got near the red line, the strong side winger, that's Steves, made a beeline for him, forced the dump, and then you got to do a good job when you go back. Unfortunately, they missed the pass coming around the boards. That leads to the shot on goal, but they want the dump in, but then you've got to have good reads going back for pucks.
And then you've got to make the right decision with what to do with it.
Right, when you go back for pucks, exactly. Right reads, going back, good communication, good support.
Kastelik wins the face-off.
Yoki-Haru to
Lindholm. Tape-to-tape passing coming out. Yoki-Haru is going to carry it up the right side. His shot got partially blocked. Rims around to the far side corner. Janot to Minton down low. Tried to center for Kastelik. It's broken up. Yoki-Haru fires it off the end boards around to the far side. Lindholm pinching down. Here's Kastelik along the end wall. Cuts back toward the near side. Angles it off the wall to Yoki-Haru. One-timer gets blocked in front by Clark. Played up off the far glass. Perry went spun around, couldn't find it. Minton along that far board has it pinned under his skate. And now it'll come back behind the net to Clark. 2 minutes to go in the first period. Clark skating it up through the red line, cutting to his left.
He's a good player. He's getting some more ice than Clark is now with Doughty out of the lineup.
Doughty blocked the shot off his foot.
You don't expect him to be out long term.
Yeah.
He's bubbled for Olympics, right?
Sure. It's a drive by Moverari, gets blocked.
Kick save by Asimov. He's shaking that off right now.
Head back to the bench here as Kempe along the near wall. Hands to Fiala coming across the Boston line, cutting across toward the far side. Gives it back. Moverari from the center of the blue line with a shot that gets through to Swayman. Knocked it down and covered it up.
Fiala, you give him some space, he can make some plays. He's a gifted player offensively. Really slippery with the puck. Do some different things for you. He's one of their go-to guys offensively. You win the draw. Yoki-Haru to Lindholm, tape to tape up the wing, and then the weak side D joins the rush. I mean, you're out of the zone with tape to tape passes. How many times have we seen them win a draw and ice it?
Off the draw, here's a drive by Anderson and the save made by Swayman, so they'll do it again. It'll be Zacha matching up against Danault in the near circle down to our left.
Danault's had a slow start offensively, making some pretty good money. I know he's a shutdown centerman, but
doesn't have a goal yet this year.
I'd like him to have a little bit more of an impact offensively.
And just 4 points in 21 games. He's got the puck along the end wall here. Got it out in front. Blumel was there.
Yeah. Weak side forward, way down in front of the net.
Kings chasing back into their own zone. Edmondson with Blumel helping to force a turnover there. Pasternak along the far circle. Back to Blumel in the corner. Heading up against the wall against Edmondson. Ferrier comes back and lifts the puck out. Bouncing puck back inside the Boston blue line. Andrew Peak with 30 left in the period. Peak settles back behind the Boston net with it here. There's some changes taking place up ice. Now he'll skate it out toward his own blue line. Angles a pass off the near boards. Ended up off the carom behind Husnudinov. On the far wall inside the LA zone. Just cleared out. And batted toward the Boston line. And deep it comes. Lindholm moves it along toward the near side for Jokiharju. Played up the wall. Got through Dumoulin. And it'll go back into the LA zone and bring us to the end of a scoreless first period here in Los Angeles. 9 shots for the Bruins, 8 shots for the Kings. All of them stopped so far in this one. 20 minutes complete. And it's the Bruins nothing and the Kings nothing. We'll be back with our first intermission next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Engines roar, tires grip. It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda wonderland of your own with a great offer on a rugged new Passport, a winter-ready Pilot, or a Ridgeline with available all-terrain tires. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days with a great deal on your favorite Honda today.
Driving in a Honda wonderland. See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
This is New England Patriots quarterback Josh Dobbs, and Autodesk is the official design and make platform of the New England Patriots. Autodesk is all around us, including here at Gillette Stadium. What fans might not know is that stadiums, buildings, and the new Patriots Training Center were built with the help of Autodesk Construction Cloud software. Autodesk helps the Patriots and the Kraft Group bring their construction vision to life.
Autodesk, changing how the world is designed and made. Visit Autodesk.com.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs, we beat online prices, we beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The Pats play on the Sports Hub. Anyone can skate in a beer league.
The hockey is just an excuse to get out with the guys and drink beer.
But only the best can skate in the Beers League.
They're a good bunch of guys. Dumber than a sack of hammers. But good.
Here's what's on top of Beersy's list this week.
No score between the Bruins and the LA Kings after one period. And earlier this week, we looked at teams that have over or underperformed expectations in the first quarter of this season. Tonight, we're going to look at some of the individual players who have had outstanding starts to their years. And the list includes a few of the rising young stars around the league.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of guys having good years, but a lot of them are familiar names. You know, sure. Nate McKinnon leads the league. No shocker there. Connor McDavid's #2 in the league. No shocker there. But just some guys who now are showing up in the top 10 and scoring and have had a really good start to their season this year.
And coming of age. We're going to see one of these on Sunday. The Sharks' Macklin Celebrini.
Slide to Celebrini on the right circle. Now Celebrini shoots. Score! Macklin Celebrini just completes the hat trick, and the Sharks win in overtime 3-2.
21 games, 13 goals and 31 points for Celebrini. Certainly a very exciting young San Jose Shark team that we will see here in a couple of days. That was a hat trick only a few days ago for him. So Macklin Celebrini, first overall pick, and now getting it done at the NHL level. He's right now currently coming into tonight's action number 3 in scoring with those 31 points. Only one behind Connor McDavid.
Yeah, 3rd in the league in points, tied for 5th in goals, tied for 5th in assists. He's on pace potentially to break his rookie numbers by mid-season. I mean, and he had 63 points and 25 goals last year. We continue on with another former first overall draft pick, the Blackhawks' Connor Bedard.
Here's Bedard. He'll try it from his own zone for the hat trick. He's got it. Connor Bedard, second career hat trick.
Yeah, Bedard's been outstanding, right? 20 games, 13 goals, 29 points, so he's only a couple points behind Celebrini. He had some issues last night, right? He was on a breakaway late in the game. Score was tied at 2, and he got either what you want to call a slash or a hook, probably a slash on his lower hand just as he was trying to get a shot away. And he lost it on one of the referees when there was no penalty. Should have been a penalty shot, to be honest with you. Watch it in slow motion and watch the highlights. It's no doubt. And he ends up getting a abusive officials penalty. And they were playing against Seattle. Seattle scores and Seattle wins 3-2 in regulation. And he got support from his coach, but at the same time he said I got to keep my emotions in check. But he was really upset, and I could see why, because it should have been a penalty shot for him with about 3 minutes to go in the game.
But a rare hiccup for him in the early part of the season.
No, he's been outstanding, and so have the Blackhawks. They had a hiccup today. They lost 9-3 to the Buffalo Sabres, but they've been good so far this year.
Next up on the list, we have a player that we just saw the other night, Ducks' Leo Carlsson.
Out of a high bumper position. Leo gets it from Kreider, and he scores! Back-to-back 2-goal games for Leo, who has arrived.
Yeah, balanced as well, right? 11 goals, 17 assists. He's tied for 5th in the NHL in scoring, plus 9 so far this year. He leads that young group of talented players that the Anaheim Ducks have acquired or drafted and have in their lineup right now. They're good. They're a good-looking team, even though they lost last night to the Ottawa Senators.
And Carlson, another one. He 11 goals, 28 points. He's already more than halfway to the season totals that he had last year.
So these guys get better and better every year. The guys around him get a little bit better and better every year. When you have high picks, you are expected to start to ascend. That's your rebuild. When you have high picks, you get them for a reason. It's because you're a losing team, you're a losing organization, and you start to amass some of these picks and you start to develop some of these guys, and as they get better and better and everyone around them gets better and better, you're not going to hit on everybody, but these high picks you have to hit on, and they start to be the nucleus of your team, and Carlson's certainly that. All 3 of those guys that we highlighted on.
And an exciting time in the league to see those guys kind of coming of age, 18, 19, 20-year-olds that are having major impacts for their team. We're going to throw a goaltender onto this list as well. You mentioned the Blackhawks. Spencer Knight's been terrific.
He tried to lift it out of the Devils' zone, and now the Devils do. Jack Hughes breaking into the Hawk zone, down the slot will fire. Booker save made by Spencer Knight. Jack Hughes was away on a breakaway, and Knight made the save.
Yeah, he didn't play today. They lost 9-3. He did not play today. He played yesterday in that game, but Spencer Knight, it's a good story, right? Spencer Knight had to step away from the game for a little while. He was with the Florida Panthers. They end up, making the change him to the Chicago Blackhawks, and he's come back and had a really strong start to his year. A couple other goaltenders that we can throw in there. Scott Wedgwood's been excellent for the Colorado Avalanche so far this year. Logan Thompson has played his way into Olympic possibilities for Team Canada, the way that he's played for the Washington Capitals this season. So a couple of those guys really shining here at the beginning of the season.
So some of the notable players early on in this season as we get right around the quarter pole for teams around the league. We are through one period of play here in Los Angeles. The Bruins and the Kings are scoreless. Boston had a 9-8 shots on goal advantage through the first 20 minutes. We'll come back and check out the out-of-town scoreboard next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
Vote for your favorite game day cocktail featuring Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey on the 98.5 The Sports Hub contest page, and you could win $250 courtesy of Boston's Home for Sports. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly. Rules and restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Felger here. If your home or business is in need of a roof, contact my friends at East Coast Metal Roofing during their Fall into Savings sales event, where Sports Hub listeners get 10% off a new roof and financing options with no payment and no interest for 1 full year with approved credit. That's a great deal. You will never have to replace your roof again because their roofs have a lifetime transferable warranty, never rust, and can be installed on any style of home. Schedule a free quote by calling 844-611-ECMR. That's 844-611-ECMR, or visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com. East Coast Metal Roofing, your lifetime roofing solution. Moving your home or business? Avoid the headache, time, and uncertainty of hiring just any mover. Do what I did. Choose DN Van Lines. Call 1-800-51-MOVER.
Hi, it's Amanda Meads from Rapid Flow here with my daughter Mia. Mia, there's a lot of drain companies on the radio, but there's only one that's trusted by Mass DOT and Massport. Can you guess which one? Rapid Flow? You got it. In this season, you may have friends or fans come in to watch the game at your home or business. So what's the last thing you want on game day? A sewer backup. No question. So get the permanent fix now with our no-dig pipelining technology. Call 800-286-FLOW or visit rapidflowinc.com.
With Rapid Flow, one call solves it all.
Hey guys, it's Joe Murray. Come hang with me and the Sports Hub Street Team this Saturday, November 22nd at Augusta's grand opening for their new Tingsboro location at 440 Middlesex Road. Chicken bites, signature sauces, subs, and more. Augusta's, the best damn chicken, period.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Bruins and Kings scoreless after 1 here in Los Angeles. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. All the other games tonight, finals. The Chicago Blackhawks took it on the chin tonight. Sabres a 9-3 win. Buffalo had points from 14 different players. A couple of goals from Josh Doan, 4 assists for Alex Tuch in that game. In Pittsburgh, Minnesota Wild go on the road with a 5-0 win over the Penguins. Matt Boldy, 2 goals and an assist to help lead the way for Minnesota. And in Winnipeg, Carolina Hurricanes on the road pick up a 4-3 victory. A couple of goals for Jordan Staal, and that one, Seth Jarvis added 1 as well. 1 period in the books here in Los Angeles. No score between the Bruins and the Kings. We will have the second period on the way next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players, like the iconic Ford Bronco family, with great looks and the 4x4 capability to perform on or off the ice. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Electrical contractors, do you travel to job sites every morning wondering when your materials will arrive? Granite City Electric Supply can change that feeling and have your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery guaranteed by 6 a.m. to most job sites throughout New England. Or pick up at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations, providing convenient 24/7 access to materials for pickup on your schedule. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network. 98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Layer
on the flavor with the DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hey, it's Zoe, and I'm pumped to get our football team back to their winning ways, and our coach knows it starts with being prepared and a winning playbook. And when it comes to technology, nobody prepares your company for the future better than my friends at Oakers Technologies. Because for over 100 years, the Oakers playbook has been unstoppable, and I'm talking about full IT, infrastructure rebuilds, to your everyday AV upgrades. That's what it means to be future ready. Be sure to tune in all season long to hear from our coach during his weekly and post-game press conferences powered by Oakers, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Did you know that Aaron's, the snow thrower company, also makes Gravely lawnmowers? Do yourself a favor and get the job done right with the Gravely zero-turn mower designed to deliver professional results. Dial in your precise cutting height with the comfort of a plush high-back seat, powered with a dependable Kawasaki engine. Gravely is here for you and your lawn, just like the Aaron snow thrower is here for your driveway. Get the most mower for your money and get a Gravely zero-turn. Find your local dealer at gravely.com.
When businesses thrive, communities score. That's why Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup here in Greater Boston. And our more than 100 local business specialists are ready to help your business win. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Kings played a scoreless first period. We're joined downstairs by Matej Blumel. Matej, you playing with a couple of your fellow countrymen tonight in Pavel Zacha and David Pastrnak. What's the feeling like to take the ice with those two?
It's awesome. I'm very happy that I can share ice with these two guys, and I'm learning every shift. Obviously it's a new line, so we got to get used to each other. But speaking in the same language helps for sure. So feeling comfortable every shift.
You've had a chance to play with Zacha a little bit since the call-up. He talked earlier this week about the communication between you guys off the ice. How much has he helped you figure things out early on here?
He has helped me so much. He's kind of like my dad off the ice a little bit. He shows me around and takes me out for food, and we talk about hockey, tells me what to do on the ice and off the ice, helps me a lot. So I'm very happy we're friends.
What's the biggest challenge against LA tonight?
Here and there heavy. They have a good system, but I think we just got to get past them and don't make any turnovers around the blue lines, and then we'll get chances from that.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second period.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to Matej Blumel for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. No scores. We get ready to start the second period here in Los Angeles. Bruins with a 9-8 shots advantage in the first period. Attempts were almost even, 25-23 in favor of LA. Kings had a two-man advantage in that first period. Bruins had a 5-on-4 power play. Both teams unable to capitalize on that.
I like their 5-on-5 play. Penalty killing is obviously good, but the better the chances. Kemper was forced to make a couple of good saves, including that short-handed chance there for Pavel Zacha. Minton had a good opportunity. There was a wraparound chance off a good forecheck. They had good jump in the offensive zone. It was because, part of the reason was because they broke out of their end cleanly.
Boston will go from right to left on offense here in the second period. Quick meeting before they line up for the face-off. Geekie is going to oppose Quentin Byfield.
Yeah, the Bruins normally have the advantage on the face-off circle, but Kings had pretty good advantage in that first period.
16-8, I believe, was that number. As the puck gets dumped in around behind Swayman. Bouncing puck toward the near corner. Geekie and Lindholm both there, but the Kings come back with it here. Clark sends it across to the far side for Dumoulin, and his effort gets directed up into the netting, out of play.
Yeah, Husandinov is the guy getting out. Part of that the comment made by Marco Sturm when he says you got to be better defensively. You got to be willing to play better defensively, and that's as a unit. It's not the six-man defense. It's six defensemen. That's as a unit, and dedicated to block a shot, take a hit.
Fiala with a drive from out near the blue line, redirected. Swayman made the save. Puck comes toward the near side wall. Zadorov got a check along the near boards against Fiala, but Fiala backhands over to Byfield, and from between the circles, his shot blocked out a play off Minton.
Yeah, that was a pass into the middle that wasn't as hard as it should have been, and it ends up, the Kings get a piece of it. They keep the play alive. The Bruins had possession to get that puck out, and it's ended up Minton in the slot getting the block on that, but
Zacha will oppose Dano on this face-off. Bruins control that. Aspero lobs it to center ice. Glove down by Blumel. Pass off the right side for Zacha. Trying to get it all the way across for Pasternak. It's tipped up into the air. Laferriere got it out toward center. And Fogle will dump in from there. Swayman stopped it behind the net. To the far corner, Aspero moved it along for Zacha. Up the right side of Pasternak. One-touch pass from Blumel back to Zacha. And across the line they come. Pasternak at the far circle. Tried to shoot, but Anderson got in the way. Zadorov back at center ice. Off the near boards, Blumel. Edmondson will play it toward the back of the LA net. Tumbling in the far corner was Fogle. But Kings will come away with it. Rink wide pass. Mikey Anderson going to chase it toward the near side. Pass up the right side for Laferriere, and a shot sticked away by Swayman to the far boards. Big collision there with Pasternak and Kopitar.
Yeah, Pasternak trying to dust himself off.
Headed back toward the bench. As
that ended up being a 2-on-1 there for the Kings. It was just a soft chip off the boards behind Lohrei. Ended up being 2-on-1.
Lohrei backhanding one toward the slot. Here, still loose as it comes toward the crease, and poke checked away there by Kemper. On the near side wall, Kuzmenko able to get it free to Moore. Goes down, coming into the neutral ice.
Good read, though, by Pete coming right over.
Peak to Lohrei inside the Bruins zone. Up the left side, Tufte. Shoved back toward the blue line by Ceci. Asamont trying to move it for Corrali. Kings regain. Kuzmenko back toward the Boston line. Tried to shoot. Blocked by Pete. To the back of the net. Kuzmenko sweeps it toward the far side. Dumoulin coming down the wall to play it. Pete knocked down Kuzmenko. Puck will rattle around toward the near side. Clark walks it toward the center of the blue line and over to the far side of the ice. Back across to the near side. One-timer by Dumoulin.
Good look at it.
By Swayman.
Swayman got a good look.
Asamont sends it softly up the right wing side, and I'm going to whistle that an icing. Asamont was already arguing the possible icing as he was headed to the bench for a change. Thought one of the Kings might have had a shot to play that.
Yeah, it was close. Kopitar and Pasternak with a pretty good collision right along the half wall. This, of course, Kopitar's last year. They were talking that he brought just a slew of sticks with him on that last road trip that they had, so exchanged them with players. And
closing in on 1,500 career games. There's Kempe giving to Dumoulin. Shot sticked away by Swayman. Far corner Byfield against Corrali, and now against Asamont. As he moves up the wall, Fiala in the far corner. Lost possession. Comes behind the net. Jokiharju will play it toward the near side. Kempe trying to hold against Tufte. Instead, Jokiharju pushes it up ice. Bruins will get their change here. 16:45 to go second period. Volleyed back toward the Boston line. Bouncing puck picked up by Byfield. Drops it back. And they work it to the right side for Kempe's one-timer finds the back glass. Just outside the Boston line. Lindholm moves it to the near side for Husnadina. Steves pushed into the LA zone. Lindholm swings it across to Zadorov from the top of the circle. And blocked off of Novarari.
yeah, you had Jokiharju and Lohrei who were out there together after that icing call. So now you got to try to get the pairs back together.
Steves directs it deep. Ceci plays it around toward the far side. Looked out toward Perry at the blue line. Gets it out of the zone against Aspero. Perry's got it back at the red line now. In across the Boston Blues. Stood up by Husnudinov.
Yeah. I think Perry's going to be too happy about that.
Husnudinov plays bigger than his 5'10", 180-pound frame. Gasparo will drive one wide on the glove side. Came around to the near side, and Zadorov sends it back around. Taken along the far boards by Turcotte. In a neutral ice and poked ahead by Armia. Gasparo skates back on it in the Bruins zone. 4.5 minutes into this second period, rather. Tip toward the Boston line, and Asparo settles. Coming back toward his own net. Long pass up the right side's got Kastelik into the LA zone. Behind the net, Clark regains, and he'll send one end over end out into neutral ice. Peak coming up to the red line to glove it down. Kastelik carries in across the line. Backhand shot from wide angle. Kemper forced it toward the far boards. Sent back around near side by Pete, but picked up along the hash marks by Laferriere. Can't get it cleared over the head of Minton, who gloved it down, carries it down the left wing circle, sends it across ice, Peak down the right wing circle.
Couldn't get the handle on it.
Pivots away from Fogle, brings back toward the slot. Backhander just out of the reach of Jeannot. From the far circle, Jeannot with a shot, and Minton couldn't quite reach the rebound. He's got it now along the near side. Brings back out toward the blue line. Hands off to Pete. Stepping toward his right. Took a shot. It skimmed off somebody and went wide. Minton puts a shoulder into Deneau to help keep the puck in. Bruins will now go for a change. 14-18 to go here in the second. Still scoreless. Dumoulin plays up the right side to Clark. Through the neutral zone they come with Moore. Gaining the attack zone. Now on the near boards is Kopitar. Knocked away from him by Blumel. Move back up toward the LA zone, but Edmondson is there. Zaka up slow up a pass along the far side, but now it's Kopitar coming down the left wing side. Took a shot. Swayman the save. Rebound right to Hampus Lindholm.
Yeah, Bruins are getting up a couple 2-on-1s here this period.
Here's Pasternak into the LA end. On the near side boards, brings back toward the blue line. Hands to Lindholm, cutting down low. A centering pass looking for Blumel was broken up. Pasternak now on the far wall. Comes down below the hash marks. Into the corner. Backhands across, and Lindholm coming to the left circle. And Kemper made the stick save. Moore gets it from Edmondson and carries it out. He'll carry all the way into the Boston zone. Backhand around behind the net. Kopitar goes to get it along the far boards. Kopitar got knocked down along that far wall.
Corrali chopped him down. Corrali's going to go to the box.
Overari comes over and gets in his face, and a couple of wrestling matches break out. Corrali looks like he wants to go with Trevor Moore, but the linesman not going to let that get going. Corrali instead will be headed to the penalty box, and the Bruins, it looks like, will be shorthanded here with 13:08 to go in the second period. Still no score between the Bruins and the Kings. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
No time of the year sounds better than the holidays. We look forward to the opening of new presents, heading out with family to see holiday lights, then racing back home to enjoy a traditional family meal. Or sometimes running back out to grab the last-minute gift. Get into the holiday spirit during the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models now through January 5th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This November, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big, too, with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest for 5 years. But you have to hurry. The sale ends soon. So, schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
Hey, it's McCone. If you're thinking of proposing this holiday season or just want the perfect gift for that special someone, do what I do and go see Alex and his great team at Bellman Jewelers in Manchester, New Hampshire, and now in Boston Seaport. When you go to Bellman's, there's no pressure or pushy sales. That's because their staff isn't on commission. And get this, Bellman's offers free custom design with no deposit required. You can even see your dream ring in 3D before it's made. So go now for the holidays and mention the Sports Hub for 10% off your wedding bands and engagement mountings. Happy holidays from Bellman's.
The
Sports Etc. High School Hockey Skate and Stick Sale is on now through Sunday only. Take up to 35% off on select skates and sticks. Sports Etc., Boston's best hockey shop. 1303 Mass Ave in Arlington. Online at sportsetc.net.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
13:08 to go here in the second period. Sean Corrali goes to the penalty box for tripping, but also gets a 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah, I've just got to believe that he was, with one linesman in between, he was trying to get it at Moore, and they told him to, I'm guessing, you warn him to stop, and if he keeps trying to get at him, then it's going to be 10. Marco Sturm just got an explanation from the referee. I mean,
I didn't see anything we don't see a dozen times a game.
Yeah, I don't get that one. I mean, everybody comes at Corrali. He's protected himself, okay. They've already got him for tripping on Kopitar. Moore grabs him.
Pulls his helmet off.
Linesman is holding him and Moore. I don't know where the 10 is. I don't know. I can't give you a good explanation.
Yeah.
Unless the linesman warned him.
It didn't go on that long.
No, it wasn't long at all.
So Geekie will go in and serve the minor penalty. And the Bruins will be shorthanded for the third time in this one. Face-off controlled by the Kings. They get set up here with Kopitar at the left wing circle. Down low to Perry, back to Kopitar in the corner. They work it around to Kempe out at the right point. Pass across toward the near side, and Fiala. Kopitar backhands behind the net. Perry fighting his way back out in front. Lindholm took one away on the doorstep. Kempe plays it off the far wall and then gets it right back. Fiala centering for Kopitar. Back to Fiala at the right circle. Up top for Kempe. Back to Fiala, top of the right circle. Shot, hit the post, and Swayman laying back out into the crease. Able to pull that one off the line. Bruins will get a clear. Zadorov sending it all the way down.
A good shot for that opportunity, post, and then nobody could find it. Swayman kind of sprawling back to his right because it hit the post. It hit his rear end, and it was Lindholm who helped keep that puck out. Lindholm and Kastelik.
Minute to go on the power play as LA gets back into the offensive zone. Played toward the near corner for Perry. Along the circle, Byfield. Fiala knocked away by Jeannot. And they're going to bring it into neutral ice and play it into the LA end here shorthanded. He goes and gets it, getting around Kempe. Goes to the back of the net, centering for Minton. Knocked away by Byfield. Fiala will come back and retrieve back behind the LA net with 35 to go on the power play. Fiala skates it to center ice. Pass right side. Dano comes down the circle. Plays off the boards back toward Byfield. Steves nearly took that away. Instead, it's Kempe out of the blue line. Byfield, top of the right circle. Takes a shot, blocked by Aspero, up into the netting.
Yeah, crazy sequence there. That shot comes from the right side, goes off the far post. Fiala takes the shot. It's going to go off the post and then off of Swayman's back, and it was trickling back towards the goal line, and Lindholm and Kastelik came in and saved a goal. Lindholm initially pulls it back with the forehand, and then backhanding, and Kastelik makes sure that Kopitar can't get to it.
They remain scoreless with 11:23 to go in the second. Face off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. 13 saves credited to him so far tonight. 11 for Darcy Kemper. Off the draw, puck will come back toward Clark at the blue line. Edmondson to Byfield, near circle. Zadorov trying to knock that puck free. Back to Edmondson at the point. Final seconds about to tick off. Geekie will come out of the box, and a drive that gets knocked into the far corner. Kastelik's got it on the far wall. Outlet pass missed Geekie, and that will turn into an icing here against the Bruins, but they kill off their third of the night with 10:59 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, I think Lindholm, that's a strong couple of shifts by Hampus Lindholm. He's been really good in this game. He caught that shot on the inside of the leg, but he's still able to get to the corner, battle, and push that puck up the boards. And he'll have to stay after the icing call. Him and Zadorov did the majority of the kill there.
Kastelik will take the face off of that far circle to our right. Gano wins it. Byfield gets it back toward the point. Clark with a shot. Gets blocked. Kastelik's got it near circle. He'll work his way out to the red line. Float one deep. Turn and go for a change. Geeky on the forecheck, but Kings will break out. Byfield fighting his way to the Boston zone. Laferriere's shot blocked off of Lohrei, and that one goes over the glass.
Yeah, defended pretty well there. You get the back check on Byfield. That back pressure. Said he's fighting his way in. He's also, kind of trying to, got one hand on his stick, kind of holding somebody off. And it's been good. Byfield, he's come away. There's some people ready to write him off a couple seasons ago, but he's steadily gotten better and better.
He's got 6 multi-point games already this season, coming off 23 goals and 54 points season a year ago. Pasternak will play it out of the far corner.
There's
not
an
out.
adjustment for the Kings.
Armia centering pass, and unable to handle it was Turcotte.
I was waiting to see if they would adjust. The Bruins haven't won a ton of draws, but when they have, they've been out of their zone. By tape-to-tape passes. That time the Kings took that away.
Bruins just inside the LA zone here. Geeky sends it around the boards. Peak will play it back deep. Pasternak at the back of the net. Centering pass, and Hustadinov got knocked off balance by Moore right in front.
Just at the last second, he was there.
Volleyed high up into the air and out of the zone by Moverari. It bounces down and comes in on goal on Swayman. Lohrei fires a pass into neutral ice. Tipped off of Fiala. And the Kings try to reload, but it held up at the Boston line. Back toward the Kings zone. Ceci will play it up the right side. Byfield. Hands off for Fiala. Back to Byfield near circle. And tried to go up top on Swayman. Tipped over the net.
Gap wasn't where it needed to be on that rush.
On the far wall, Kings able to keep a lot. Over to Edmondson for a one-time drive. Kick save by Swayman. Pasternak clears to Minton, who will flop it down into the LA zone. Bruins will finish up a change. Around the near side wall. It jumped into the air. Fiala will play it over the head of a leaping Asimont. Zadorov able to knock it away from Byfield. Edmondson over to the far side for Anderson. Dump in all the way around the boards to Zadorov near side. Backs it up to Aspero. Out of the far corner. Pass into the skates of Asimont, who got pinned against the boards by Kempe. Then back in towards Swayman. Sends it off into the far corner. Asimont gets pinned up there. Around the near side, it'll come for Tufte. Hands to Minton coming out of the zone, kicking it onto his stick. Now Aspero joins the rush. They'll chip it down to the right wing corner and turn and go for a change. Asimont comes crashing in near corner to win the puck from Clark. Lindholm against Kopitar. And now Asimont along the end boards as well. It'll come back toward the near side. And Lindholm sent one in front. Tufte was on the doorstep. Yoki Haryu's got it. He'll bring all the way back behind the LA net. Asimont below the goal line. Steps out and takes the shot. Tried to go short side high on Kemper. Asimont from a wide angle puts one up over the net. Near side, Lindholm at the blue line to keep in. Floats it across ice. Kastelik just coming on from the bench. Gets to it. Brings in behind the net. Around to the near circle. Turnaround shot. Kemper the save. Poke checks the rebound to the near corner. It'll come out of the zone. Jeannot will reload.
Still got
right
the
back
same
in.
group here for the Kings stuck on the ice right now.
In the far corner, Dumoulin. Kopitar backs toward the near corner. And it'll be Kuzmenko to lift it out to center ice. Glove down there. Yoki Harju will drag it right back in.
Reload quickly.
Centering pass looking for Jeannot. Kopitar was back to make the play.
Yep.
Here's Kastelik, a steal near circle. His shot tipped goes wide.
Uncharacteristic for Kopitar, but he's gassed.
Peak finds Lohrei near circle. Centering pass to the doorstep. Blocked off the skate of Clark, and he will clear it. But it's going to go for an icing.
You look at the Kings. They are exhausted right now. A couple of turnovers. I'm the Bruins. I'm getting out there, and I'm getting lined up.
Yeah, don't waste any time. Still scoreless here with 7:10 to play in the second.
Everybody from the Kings gassed right now. It's the same group out.
Saka against Kopitar on the face-off. LA wins it. And they clear the zone. They do. Peak backing toward his own zone and then lost possession of it. Kuzmenko chases into the far corner. He slips and falls, but that allowed LA to get some changes done here. Kuzmenko in the far corner dancing with the puck. Got it back to Anderson to the left point, onto the near side for Edmondson. Shot ricochets wide of Swayman.
Barry went down. Was he taken down by Swayman?
I'm sure.
Somebody chopped him down.
Blumel with the puck coming back toward his own blue line. It's a hit from LaFerriere. Zaka got it over to Peak. And now Lorai's got some space. Peak will play it up the right side, and Blumel just inside the LA zone. Sent right back out of there. Zadorov backing toward his own blue line. Pass up the right side now to Pasternak. Pasta floats one across to the ice. Near side Blumel. Back to Zadorov for a shot. Bad stop by Kemper. Perry brings back out toward the red line. His dump in partially blocked by Aspero. Zadorov will circle behind the Bruins net. Skates it out to his own blue line. Whips a pass over by the Bruins bench.
Close to too many men.
Yeah, Steve, it was coming over the boards and it hit him in the skate just as his skate hit the ice. Ferrier right back into neutral ice. Zadorov gives over to Aspero from the red line. Steves can't get it through Byfield. Kings with possession in their own zone with Edmondson. There's Fiala to the red line. Played it into the Boston zone. Byfield came rushing through Aspero, but couldn't quite find it.
He went deep in the zone and got a full head of steam coming right through the middle of the ice looking for that pass.
Steves out of the far corner. They'll play it in front of the net for Zadorov. Pass up the near side to Geekie. Whips it across for Steves, who chases into the LA zone. Got tangled up with Trevor Moore.
He got his stick chopped out of his hands.
And here comes Moore back the other way. Pass off to the left side. Fiala ridden into the corner by Lindholm. Moore and Geekie come together. Zadorov finds a free puck behind the net. Long pass up the far side. Angled behind Minton. Lindholm to Husnudinov now, and he's got a little space up the right wing side. Goes around behind the net. Little screen from the referee there as Lindholm comes back around behind. Turns and fires from the bottom of the far circle. Kemper makes the save and pounces on top of the loose puck. 4:39 to play here in the second period. Bruins and Kings are still scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit CatchesLaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Good news, homeowners. Over the last 5 years, home values have increased more than 40%. Bad news, homeowners. Some of you haven't adjusted your insurance to cover your home's increased value, which means a natural disaster could also be a financial disaster. Relax, people. Talk to an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll make sure you have the coverage you need today to ensure a happy tomorrow. Safety insurance will help you manage life storms.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Fans, mark your calendar. The Pro Shop's biggest sale of the year is Black Friday. Score 30% off store-wide from 8 to 9 a.m. and 20% off store-wide from 9 to 10 a.m. Plus, score exclusive doorbuster deals, $150 Authentics mystery sticks, and enter to win Bruins tickets, signed items, and more at the Pro Shop. 4:39 to go here in the second period. Bruins and Kings are still scoreless.
Yeah, there's been a couple breakdowns, right? But the commitment's been there so far for them today, and the commitment to play some defense and sacrifice a little bit inside your own zone and get back to that structure has definitely been there for them.
False start on the face-off in the offensive zone here, so they'll have to line it up again.
Individually and as a team. Now they're going to Hampus Lindholm the way he's played through these first couple of periods. He's been dominant when he's been out there.
The way that shift that they kept Kopitar and company out there was over 2 minutes in length. We got Asamon against LaFerriere now on the face-off.
Yeah, that's the one area that's kind of lacking for the Bruins right now, the face-off circle.
Up back toward the Boston zone. Lindholm got it into the neutral ice, and Asamon took a big hit from LaFerriere. Cody Ceci coming out toward the red line. Angled off the near boards, and deep it comes. Noki Harju reversed it toward the near side. Lindholm played it from the boards right to the circle for Husnadinov. He'll dump it ahead. Bounces off of Kemper, and a chance hit the crossbar. Tufte.
Kemper had a tough time handling that one. That was a bouncing puck in on him.
Husnadinov out of the far corner with the puck on his stick. Brings it all the way to the blue line. Pass on to the right circle. Asamon off of Zadorov, who tracks it off the far wall. Husnadinov throws one in front. Tufte was in front there and hit him, and then Asamon throws it back to the net from the near circle, and Kemper dives on top of it. Riley Tufte within a couple of inches of his second goal since the call-up from Providence.
Well, I like the dump in, right? I mean, it's because you've got Tufte behind the D. So you either go hard off that wall in the corner and keep it away from Kemper, or you put one in on him, force him to play it, and with the bouncing puck, he wasn't able to play it cleanly.
3:45 left here in the second. Puck gets wrapped in behind the LA net. Moore will carry it out to the red line. Chips it down the right wing boards, and he'll get in after it against Lohrei. Lohrei one-hands it along to Peak. Volleys it out of the corner to Blumel just outside the blue line. Kicked it on to Pasternak. Back to Blumel. And now here's Lohrei again. Challenged in the neutral zone by Kopitar, who takes it away. Backed it up to Anderson. Now Edmondson off the near boards, and across the line they come with Moore coming down the right wing wall. Lohrei rides him to the boards. Free the puck up to Pete. Zaka backhands over to Peak, and back to Lohrei. It comes to the near circle. Moore will peel off and go for a change. Lohrei, long lane across the ice to Blumel. Here's Zaka down the right circle, a backhander, and Kemper makes the save, no rebound.
Yeah, these last several minutes have been, ice has been a little bit better tilted here towards the LA zone.
2:53 to go, second period. No score, Bruins and Kings on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up, because I gotta dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
The Shaws and Star Market Foundation has teamed up with Andrew Peak for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time he or one of his teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative donate to end hunger in our communities. Since it began, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million nationwide, ensuring neighbors have the nutrition they need to thrive. Here with each assist, the foundation will donate $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub.
Stay connected to the Bruins all season long. Get the latest news, team updates, ticket offers, and exclusive promotions straight to your inbox. Sign up for the official Boston Bruins newsletter at bostonbruins.com/newsletter today. 2:53 left here in the second period. Bruins and Kings are scoreless. Shots are 17-16 in favor of LA. Face-off coming up in the offensive zone here for Mark Kastelik.
Yeah, both teams have hit a post. Tough to hit a crossbar, and the Fiala hit the post on the power play.
Off the draw, puck pushed out toward the high slot, grabbed by Kempe. He'll drag it forward through neutral ice, try to dump in and hit Zadorov in the skate into the far corner. Aspero stumbled and took Fiala down with him. Come around the near side, and Jeannot. Across ice, out of Aspero's reach. Comes back to him inside the Boston line. Kastelik, bouncing puck, trying to find the handle. Aspero finally picks it up and brings it back.
That was a little ugly for both teams there in this sequence.
Little pinball. Zadorov to the far side. That one evaded Jeannot, but comes right to Kastelik, and it'll go deep. Kemper goes into the trapezoid. Plays into the far corner to Dumoulin, and he walks it back behind the net. Dumoulin slowly making his way out toward the blue line. Fiala.
Kustadinov jumping right there, and turnover.
Tufte chips it up the right wall. Goes and gets it as he comes down the circle. Throws it in front off of Kemper.
Looking for a rebound.
Eyssimont keeps it alive. Gets knocked down for his troubles, but Tufte gets it behind the net. Centering pass looking for Eyssimont. Was that Byfield who made the play?
It was.
Lindholm backhanding off the backboards, off a deflection. Tufte from behind the net. Centering pass for Yoki Haru, and Byfield broke that up.
Byfield, a good defensive shift.
Here's Kustadinov bringing back into the LA zone. To Pasternak, who rings the iron.
Boy, he got all that wrist shot right. He got that puck on the pass, dragged it.
Clark bringing the Kings forward. Laferriere down the right circle. Centering pass for Clark. Swimming the stop. Down on his side as they dig away for the rebound. Still loose. And finally a whistle. And tempers start to flare. Tense moments at both ends here.
Oh, nice pass by Laferriere into the middle that time. It was Clark who joined the rush. He got the first chance. There was another chance as well. Swayman saw that one. And you got everybody kind of falling on top of its peak, and Swayman's kind of trying to locate it. And a couple of pitchforks after that. Swayman wasn't too happy with that. I think that was Clark who kind of pitchforked him a little bit. But Pasternak, that right off the toe of his stick, you know, he just drags it and hammered that shot.
It's been 3 games since Pasta last scored one of his own. It's 9 points in the last 6 games. We've got 60 seconds to go here in the second period in a scoreless game.
Corrali released.
These 12 minutes and penalties finally up. Blumel will tap one forward here into the LA zone. Ceci comes back behind the net, pressured by Zacha. Perry from the far circle. Didn't get much on a clearing effort. Pasternak holds it. On the far circle, though, it popped free, and Fogle skates it toward the near side. Comes out into the neutral ice. Laferriere will keep it moving. Into the far corner. Aspero runs into the walls. Zadorov, good job to protect the puck against Fogle behind the net. Pasternak will backhand it through the neutral ice. Mel trying to knock it out of the air. Instead, it's Edmondson volleying it back toward the Boston line. 22 seconds to go in the period. We'll come back toward LA zone. Ceci from the near circle. Now from the blue line, sends one ahead. Directed on to Deneau. Near circle, sent one right through the slot. Off the boards, Clark, far circle. Backhands to Moore, throws a long one at the net. That one never made it. Here's Clark coming near circle, and his shot is blocked by Pasternak as the horn sounds to end the second period. 40 minutes in the books here in Los Angeles, an area goal to be found. No score between the Bruins and Kings. We'll be back to recap first two periods next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or a 2026 CR-V, a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
The scrape of blades, the clash of sticks. Hockey's more than a game. It's unrelenting, never-give-up moments that make you feel alive. And so you commit to the weekly ups and downs, the long road to the playoffs. You wear your heart on your sleeve and your jersey with pride. And when you're there for your team, the NHL Shop is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLShop.com. Fanatics experience.
We roofs it top shelf. When the Bruins go top shelf, they go Tito's Handmade Vodka. Award-winning and distilled till it's just right. Tito's, the official vodka of the Boston Bruins. Boston pre-games with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
If you're looking for Nexen winter tires, go to Town Fair Tire and get any Nexen tire you choose for the guaranteed lowest price. Because Town Fair Tire has over 600,000 tires in stock. We buy Nexen tires for less, so we sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price on any Nexen tire you choose. And nobody gives you more free services for life than Town Fair. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire. Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
For Husnadinov. He'll dump it ahead. Bounces off of Kemper and a chance hit the crossbar. Here's Husnadinov. Bringing back into the LA zone to Pasternak, who rings the iron. A couple of them off the posts in that second period. Kings had one as well, and none of them have found the net as of yet. No score after two periods here in LA.
No, but not for lack of entertainment, though. It's been a pretty entertaining game, and you know, when you look at the Bruins and focus mostly on them, you're looking for them to make improvements in certain areas. The commitment to playing team defense, the commitment to winning battles inside your own zone, the commitment to making plays instead of just taking the easy way out or just trying to flip pucks out of the zone. We haven't seen them icing pucks. We haven't seen them, taking shortcuts inside their own zone. They've been committed to protecting the middle. I think the defense has been really strong as a group in this game. They've been connected defensively, you know, as a five-man unit, a six-man unit if you count Swayman. And we talked about, you know, the Bruins play that system in the neutral zone. You've got the first guy, he's funneling the puck carrier to a certain side. And when he does that, when that puck carrier is getting right towards the red line, that strong side winger is jumping. Force the dump in. If you can get to him before the red line, great. But if you don't, they force the dump in, and then what do you do when you go back with it? You know, whether Swayman has the first touch or whether it's a defenseman that has the first touch, the communication's been way better here in this game. and the support has been way better, and consequently they've gotten out of their zone, and they've been able to establish their forecheck. Doesn't mean they haven't been back on their heels a couple times, maybe the first half of that second period, but the Kings can go too. So the Kings can make plays too, and they're a good hockey team for a reason. But the Bruins, and I think the Bruins have had the better of the grade A chances, especially 5-on-5. That last melee around the front of Jeremy Swayman might have swayed that a little bit, but I think a lot of his saves have been fairly routine, and he's handled rebounds. And I think Kemper's had some tougher saves, down the other end.
We talked earlier tonight about Marco Sturm coming back here to L.A., where he spent 7 seasons as a coach for this organization, 4 as an assistant here in the NHL, and then 3 as their lead development coach in the American Hockey League as a head coach. How much of a similarity do you see between how these two teams approach things, and what has Sturm brought some of what he did here in L.A. out to Boston?
Well, he also compliments, some of the coaches that he learned from while he was out here. He mentions Todd McClellan a lot. I think the system defensively, that's been the biggest thing that's changed for them. And the way that they defend inside their own zone. I mean, it's a firm 1-2-2 in the neutral zone. And when you get back in your own zone, there's a lot more chasing with the defensemen. They have the green light to chase out high, which is something we haven't seen here since pre-Claude Julien, in Boston. Sure. I'm saying, it's always been protect the middle. You certainly wanted to close. They've made little tweaks here and there, but those D never venture too far from, the dots. The dots in where they're not up above the dots. So, you rarely saw them there. And, the centerman was forced to do a lot more, I think. A lot of kind of pressure put on. He still is, but when I say centerman, it's the first forward back. Could be a winger, could be the center. A lot of times it's a center. But, it was more of a zone defense where you hand off, or a boxing one, whatever you want to call it. You hand off here and you hand up there. If they come up the boards, you're handing them off to the strong side winger. If they go back down behind the net, you're handing them off to the strong side defenseman. There was just really, you didn't chase behind the net when a guy was. There were a lot of things that you didn't do, and you were disciplined in playing that system. Now you see a much different system inside the zone. It's been pretty good. There's no right or wrong. It's having a system and everybody being on the same page to stick with it, and dedicated to sticking with it, and disciplined enough to stick with it. And you didn't think it would happen overnight, but you're not sure how long it's going to take to happen. We've seen it work, and we've also seen it kind of fall apart.
Right.
So, it's there for them, and they know how to, there's no learning curve anymore. It shouldn't be. It's ingrained in them. But it's been, it's still a little bit of a work in progress to see it on a consistent basis.
Well, test coming up here in the third period. Tie game, scoreless after 2.
Manage this game.
Gotta find a way to get points.
Yeah,
right?
you had a tie game against Anaheim. It took a while in the third period to get it, but you got a tie game in the third period, and then you let it get away from you by your own play. By how you manage the puck coming out of your zone. Stop moving your feet. There were a couple signs of that in that second period, right? Coming out of your zone, and when mild pressure and just kind of not moving your feet and standing still. Didn't get them in any trouble. They were fine, but you want them to continue to make those plays and manage the clock and manage the score.
And there is no score at the end of 2 here in Los Angeles tonight. Time now for our Music of the Game, brought to you July 18th at TD Garden. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We will check the other scores from around the NHL tonight, coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Don't miss the Sports Etc. High School Hockey Skate and Stick Sale now through November 23rd only. Take up to 35% off on select skates and sticks. Sports Etc. 1303 Mass Ave in Arlington.
Hey New England, Drake May here. I'm always striving for greatness on the field, but greatness doesn't wait. It gets up, shows up, and moves forward. It takes hard work, ingenuity, and progress to achieve it. That's exactly what Chevy had in mind with the Chevy Silverado. Built bold, built for what's next. It has it all. Power, versatility, tech, comfort, the sky's the limit. Everything a great quarterback is looking for on the road. Because I know the Silverado is striving for that greatness just like me. Get to your local New England Chevy dealer today and check it out. The Chevy Silverado. Built to lead, built for greatness.
Be sure to tune into the Off-Air Show with Dulger every Wednesday just after 6 p.m. on the 98.5 The Sports Hub YouTube channel. The Off-Air Show is presented by the original light beer, Miller Lite. Legendary stories and the Off-Air Show start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller time.
Hey, it's Maz. Get your home ready for winter with Rodenizer Home Services. Book a comprehensive gas heating system check for just $89. Their experts catch issues early and keep your system running safely, so schedule your check today.
You may have noticed a new name in the region. In January 2022, Builders First Source acquired all of the locations in New England. While the rebrand has begun, our acquisitions continue with recently acquired Douglas Lumber in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Now with over 14 locations across 3 states, you can expect Builders First Source to continuously supply the best products and service in New England. Whatever challenge your project brings, challenge accepted, solution delivered. Builders First Source.
Golf's got birdies, eagles, even albatrosses, but we're the bird nobody wanted, the Blue Falcon. Born in the barracks, raised on the fairway, and proudly causing chaos ever since. At Blue Falcon Golf, founded by a Marine veteran, every stitch is built for the players who serve, support, or just enjoy stirring the pot between holes. Rock our military-inspired polos, hats, t-shirts, and performance hoodies, including the infamous ass hat and our unapologetic Second Amendment lineup. Use code HUB20 to save 20% site-wide. Fly your colors at bluefalcongolf.com and embrace being the bird they didn't ask for, but definitely remember.
The game is on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Bruins and the Kings are scoreless at the end of 2 periods of play here in Los Angeles. We'll take a look at the other scores around the NHL tonight. Just 3 other games. All of them are finals. The Chicago Blackhawks took it on the chin tonight. Sabres a 9-3 win. Buffalo had points from 14 different players. A couple of goals from Josh Doan, 4 assists for Alex Tuch in that game. In Pittsburgh, Minnesota Wild go on the road with a 5-0 win over the Penguins. Matt Boldy, 2 goals and an assist to help lead the way for Minnesota. And in Winnipeg, Carolina Hurricanes on the road pick up a 4-3 victory. A couple of goals for Jordan Staal in that one. Seth Jarvis added 1 as well. Here in Los Angeles, the Bruins and the Kings are scoreless at the end of 2. We'll have the 3rd period coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players, like the iconic Ford Bronco family, with great looks and the 4x4 capability to perform on or off the ice. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Electrical contractors, your crews have better things to do than sit in their trucks and name cloud formations. Let Granite City Electric Supply get your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery to your job site by 6 a.m. Or pick up your materials with 24/7 access at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations. Let's face it, knowing your supplies will arrive at 2 p.m. doesn't help you in the morning. Experience the GCE Night Train difference from Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Head to the bar at the 99 restaurant this Sunday for game day. Score a 6-pack of bone-in wings for just $5.99 and full-size apps for $6.99. And you've got a chance to win prizes weekly. You gotta love the Nines.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Did you know that Aaron's, the snow thrower company, also makes Gravely lawnmowers? Do yourself a favor and get the job done right with the Gravely zero-turn mower designed to deliver professional results. Dial in your precise cutting height with the comfort of a plush high-back seat, powered with a dependable Kawasaki engine. Gravely is here for you and your lawn, just like the Aaron snow thrower is here for your driveway. Get the most mower for your money and get a Gravely zero-turn. Find your local dealer at gravely.com.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
They'll transition the other way. Bergeron around a check. Left wing. Marchand to the far circle. Up top to Brusk. His shot blocked. Glove. Marchand shoots. He scores! Patrice Bergeron's going to get an assist on that one for Bergeron. That's his 1,000th career point, and the Bruins cruise off the bench and celebrate at the end boards.
Tonight's This Date in Bruins History, taking us back to 2022 as Patrice Bergeron records his 1,000th career point, assisting on Brad Marchand's second period goal to help give the Bruins a 5-3 win over the Lightning in Tampa. Bergeron was in his what turned out to be his final season, ended up with 1,040 points, one of 4 Bruins to put up 1,000 points during their careers with Boston. There have been no points scored here tonight as the Bruins and Kings scoreless as we get ready for the start of the third period. Shots on goal are 17-16 in favor of LA. The Kings with 9 to the Bruins 7 in that second period. Attempts are 47-42 in favor of LA. We've seen a couple of posts and a crossbar tonight. But both goaltenders have been solid throughout. And now we see if the Bruins can find a way to pull this one out in the third period.
Yeah, a couple flurries for the Kings. And, you know, you had one on the power play. That was Fiala's shot off the post. And then Bruins battling to keep that out. Lindholm and Kaslik combining to keep it out, along with Swayman. And then you had the chance by Clark on a nice passing play. It was a 2-on-1 earlier in the period, so there were some chances there for the Kings in that period. But the Bruins equally, had some shifts where they really hemmed the LA Kings inside their own zone. I mean, a real commitment by both teams here in this game. The compete level's been high, and it's been a relatively clean game. I mean, there's been a couple skirmishes here and there, but nothing crazy.
Bruins have tomorrow off. Road trip continues on Sunday in San Jose. Note the earlier start time for those of you who are still up with us at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time tonight. It'll be an 8 o'clock Eastern time start against San Jose, 5 Pacific on Sunday.
Yeah, that's a good time for it, I guess. I don't mind those games.
Not at all.
Get still most of your football watching in for the day.
Yeah, especially out here on the West Coast. Nice early kickoffs at 10 a.m. As the puck gets deep into the Bruins zone, they're going to go from left to right. Is Boston here in the third period. Husnudinov brings it to center ice and dumps it into the right wing corner. Clark plays it back up the far wall. Kempe had it knocked off his stick by Steves. It'll get directed back into Bruins territory.
Blackfoot trying to draw a penalty.
Dropped his stick and had to go retrieve it. Bruins coming ahead 3-on-2 here. Geeky's pass was intended, it looked like, for Steves. Hit Husnudinov, who's coming down the middle instead. Jokiharju back inside the Bruins zone with it. The team's getting some changes. Zadorov coming out to his own blue line. Cuts to the left around Fogle and dumps in. Around behind Kemper. It'll come around to the near side. Aspro with the blue line to keep in. Backhander toward the circle. Kicked away there. And Fogle back through the neutral zone. Gets angled off the puck by Blumel. Zacha on the near side boards. Cuts into the middle and hands off for Pasternak, cutting to the right side. Lost it as he got to the blue line. Blumel played it back. As the Bruins would have been offside. Aspero will hammer it around the boards. Fogle brings the Kings back ahead. Up the far right wing. Chips it down behind Swayman. And a chance right on the near side post by Deneau. Knocked out of the air by Zadorov, still loose in front. Comes to the near circle.
Just tried to kind of stuff it there from in tight. I think Zadorov knocked that puck out of the air, out of the way there.
Played out into the neutral ice. Moverari just inside his own blue line.
Hasn't played much in this game.
In across the line, centering pass, looking for more, coming down the middle. Forced in behind the net. Kuzmenko to the far side. Back to Ceci for a drive. Saved by Swayman. Rebound! And Kopitar put it just wide with a backhand. Now a chance by Kuzmenko from the bottom of the circle. Swayman's without a stick. Moverari moves it back to the far side for Moore. Back up top for Moverari. Throws one through the slot off the backboards. Picked up by Kuzmenko. Kopitar at the side of the net. Backs into the near corner. Kuzmenko in the far circle. Moore cutting down low. Swayman's got his stick back in his hands. Puck in behind the net here. And Jeannot will come out of the fray with it. Up the middle to Minton. Carrying ahead along with Kastelik. Floats it down the left side. And Kastelik goes into the corner against Ceci.
A couple of big-time flurries for the Kings in this game. This is probably like the third one.
As that puck gets cleared up and over the glass, it was deflected, so no penalty here against LA.
I got to look at how that one stays out of the net. The puck was dumped in. Aspro goes to one side. Ferrier goes to the other side. And he's the one who wins the battle, gets it out in front for Deneau. And puck pops straight up in the air above Swayman's right shoulder. And I'm pretty sure it was Zadorov who knocked it out of harm's way.
Face off in the LA zone. Kings win it and clear it. Jokiharju plays it away from Armia back inside Boston territory. Lindholm pass to the right side for Tufte. It'll angle off the boards in toward Kemper. Hands it off for Dumoulin. Takes it around the far side. Plays into neutral ice. Got away from Perry. Ricochets back deeper into Bruins territory. Jokiharju at the back of the net. Tufte cut off by Perry. Lindholm trying to pin Turcotte against the wall. They'll come back down low here. Perry has it taken by Corrali. But the Bruins can't get moving here. Armia shoved by Lindholm along the far side hash marks. And he goes down, does Armia. Crowd looking for a penalty. Bruins clear it. It'll go for an icing with just about 3.5 minutes gone in this third period.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
19 saves for Jeremy Swayman, 17 for Darcy Kemper. Last time we were in this building, those two almost threw hands at each other. The officials didn't let it happen. They were going to meet at center ice. As the puck gets dumped in here, Tufte goes in hard against Moverari. Kings will clear it. Fiala on the far boards will play it back into the Bruins zone. Aspero off the near boards finds Geekie. Hands to Husnadinov. Little miscommunication there, but Aspero's got it back. Pass off the stick of Steves. Turned over in the neutral ice. Fiala takes a tumble. And, referee wasn't going to call that, and the Bruins were going to get
that's a late
odd man rush, and the arm went up. LA's going to get their fourth power play of the game. Marco Sturm looks dumbfounded right now. Steves is headed to the box, and he doesn't.
Boston 21 has 2 minutes for tripping.
He looks confused.
All right, Los Angeles, we need you to get loud, right?
So the Kings power play will have a chance to try and grab the lead here with just about 4 minutes gone in the period. Off the face-off, puck comes into the corner to Zadorov. He'll play around toward Corrali in the far corner. Fiala blocked his effort to clear it. It'll be Kempe out of the far point. Perry, one touch to long for Kopitar. Gave it up and got it right back. Gets over to the far side for Kempe. Fiala far circle. Kempe up top. Back to Fiala at the top of the circle. Kempe now working his way toward the near side of the blue line. Kopitar gives it back to him. Fiala top of the right circle. Back across to Kuzmenko. They work it around the top here. Kuzmenko to Kempe, one-timer, and the pad stopped by Swayman. Rebound gets cleared. 1:20 to go in the Kings power play as they get it right back in across the line. Fiala couldn't handle a pass between the circles. Janot to Minton. Minton's got a lane up the left wing side. Gets it across Zadorov near circle. A shot blocker save Kemper. And now Fiala head back the other way in a hurry. Perry right circle drive and the blocker stopped by Swayman. On the near wall, Zadorov backs it up toward the back of the net to Peak. Second effort gets it through Perry onto Janot. Minton will carry into neutral ice. Gives it to his right to Janot. Down the right circle, and Clark blocked his centering effort. And now the Kings headed the other way. Kuzmenko across the Boston line. Here's Byfield between the circles. Janot coming back to knock the puck free. Swayman made a save on the second effort. And then the Bruins clear.
Oh, terrific job by Janot. He had the chance all the way up the ice. He's got to bust it to get it all the way back, and just the stick lift at the last second.
24 to go in the Kings power play as they started up from their own zone. Byfield to the red line and across the blue. The Ferrier will spin it in behind the net. Aspero is there for the Bruins. He'll get the clear right up the gut. 8 to go on the Kings power play. The Ferrier can't get it through Jokiharju with the blue line. Knocked free, and it'll come to Moore. His shot directed up and over the net. Came off the back glass to the near circle. And Deneau fired, but the save made by Swayman hangs on as the power play comes to an end. 13:56 to go here in the third period. Bruins and Kings are still scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with a great tasting 96-calorie Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite is an official partner of the Boston Celtics. Miller Lite, when it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Want the lowest price on name brand tires? Town Fair Tire beats all the competition. We beat the wholesale clubs. We beat online prices. We beat all local tire dealers. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Is your Thanksgiving turkey not the only thing stuffed this holiday season? Don't let clogged drains cause a kitchen catastrophe. Call Drains by James for a stuffing-free service that'll have your pipes as smooth as cranberry sauce. Whether it's drain cleaning or pipelining, we tackle your plumbing gobbledygook with a smile. Visit drainsbyjames.com and let's make your Thanksgiving memorable for all the right reasons. Remember, the only thing that should be overflowing is your cornucopia, not your sink. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
Fans, all season long, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation donates $100 for every Bruins assist to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 98.5thesportshub.com/feed the puck. 13:56 to go here in the third period, and there's no score between the Bruins and Kings. Face-off will be in the defensive zone here to the right of Jeremy Swayman.
Yeah, that play by Janot coming back on Byfield was a big one because there was everybody around the front of the net. And Byfield still stayed with it and got a little backhand away, and Swayman was able to make that save coming across. It's been a couple exciting moments around Jeremy Swayman tonight. He's been excellent.
Chipped into the LA zone here by Blumel. Gets shot up and out of play. Officials all looking at each other.
Everybody looking at each other.
Doesn't look like it.
Must have deflected.
Check.
All the way on the far side of the ice inside LA zone. One of the Bruins pointed, but it wasn't an emphatic point.
No face-off in the offensive zone here for Zacha. Off the draw, Pasternak got it back to the point. Jokiharju back over to Pasta in the far circle, and the one-timer Kemper read it, squeezed it between the pads.
Yeah, nice set play there that time. The pass almost didn't get to him, but Pastrnak was poised in that left wing circle. So they win the draw, then Pasternak's going to start to the front of the net, then peel off and go over to into that left wing circle, gets the seam pass from the right point from Yoki Harju and gets that shot away. It was Mikey Anderson trying to cover him. Just a little late on the coverage.
Off the draw, Lindholm will wrap it in behind the net. Zacha lost his stick going after it behind there.
Keeps it alive, though.
Yeah, Pastrnak shoots one from out near the blue line, wide of Kemper. Zacha now along the end board. Pivots away from Danault into the far corner. Now brings it back down in behind. He goes down, and the puck is grabbed by Fogle. Skates it up the left wing side all the way to the Boston zone. Slipped through Yoki Harju. Taken behind the net by Lindholm. Blumel whips it across ice to Zacha. Cutting back toward the far side. Zacha goes near side for Pastrnak. Wheels back along the near boards. Fires into the corner and wrapped in behind the net. Fogle runs into a down stick in that far corner and lost it.
From the shift before.
Tipped up the near boards and out by Moverari. Aspero, Zadorov, and a cross-ice pass that hits Steves. Kempe denied him entry, though. Fiala coming back to the Boston zone. And from the top of the far circle, Geekie knocked it free, came to Kempe. Aspero blocked the shot. Out of the zone, courtesy of Steves. Will not be icing. Moverari in the near corner. Been held against the wall by Husnadinov. Fiala. Geekie forcing turnover, and the puck came to the side of the net. Kemper poked it back in behind. Fiala now to the near circle, trying to fight off Husnadinov with one hand and play the puck with the other. Husnadinov able to help hold the line.
Non-call because they're holding each other there.
Yeah. Steves will get it back in along the right side. Gives into the middle. Geekie scores! Morgan Geekie with a one-time blast just under the crossbar. And the Bruins break the scoreless tie with 11:59 to go.
Just an absolute bomb by Geekie. I don't think this puck ramped up off the stick either of the defender, but he finds the right spot to get this pass from Steves. Gets himself open, makes himself available. Good stand up in the neutral zone. Is going to set this thing up, and the Kings are back, but they overplay it. It was Byfield who stepped into the middle to try to block it. And, I mean, this is just a bomb to the blocker side. Pass comes from the right wing side from Steves, and it's Geekie in the middle, finding the soft spot, realizing that the Kings had three guys back, but they overplayed on the back check.
Third goal in 2 games, 15th of the year for Geekie. Only player with more in the league this year is Nathan McKinnon, who's got 16. Kuzmenko to Dumoulin inside the Boston line. Dumoulin's first attempt was blocked, comes back to him, carries it down the left wing circle, turns back along the near boards, knocked away from Kopitar by Laura. Clark will come back to retrieve here for LA. 11.5 minutes to go, and the Bruins have the lead. Dumped in around the near side wall. Backhanded from the near circle by Lorai, battling his way out toward the blue line, but held in by Moore. Moved back toward the near circle. Kuzmenko pivots away from Peak and got it toward Kopitar, but his one-timer gets broken up. Corrali and Asamont moving forward, but run out of room. Kuzmenko turns it back toward the far side, right in front of the Bruins bench. So they're trying to get some changes on here. Boston will gain control. With Jeannot dropping it back. Yoki Harju over to Lindholm, back to Yoki Harju. From the red line, sends it in, around behind Kemper, around to the far side. Edmondson sends it back toward the near corner. Kastelic in the forecheck, forced a turnover. Jeannot shot just wide. Armia will angle it up the right side. Here's Perry into the Boston zone, shadowed by Yoki Harju, who blocked the centering pass. Out of the near corner, chopped toward the net by Perry, and Swayman hangs on to that.
Okay, see how the Bruins handle this now. You know, you've worked hard, you've been committed, you've got the 1-goal lead. You know, you want to make sure that that continues, that commitment on the defensive side of things continues without sitting back. Continue to make plays coming out of your own zone. Have confidence in yourself in making those plays coming out of your own zone.
Steves and Zadorov assist on the Geekie goal at 8:01.
Zadorov stepped up in the neutral zone. He helps create the turnover.
Off the face-off, here's Clark with a low shot. Stick saved by Swayman, who takes a pop at Moore as he skated by on the near side circle. Deneau goes down, and a penalty coming to Aspero.
He's drawn 3 penalties today. Deneau has 2 in the first period.
Tripping is the indication. With 10:14 to go, Bruins will be shorthanded for the 5th time tonight.
Pastrnak giving an earful right now to the referee. I think Aspero knew that he was guilty, but I think Pasternak's wanted a couple calls on the other side of things. Either that or he felt that Deneau went down pretty easily.
The Bruins have killed off 4 for 4 tonight. 15 of their last 16. And the Kings' power play has been struggling for just about the last month. Under 9% now.
They've been close though today.
Yep. Just about midway through this 3rd period and a 1-0 Bruins lead. Off a face-off, Kempe's got it center of the blue line. Shot it into the near corner, off of Karam. Kopitar forced it back into the corner against Zadorov.
Nice. Him and Lindholm.
A rally to Kastelik moving out. Kastelik down the right side. His shot blocked off by Kempe. Around the far boards, and Corrali tried to spin it back in deep. Instead, it'll kick out towards center. Kastelik gives to Zadorov, and he dumps one in just wide of Kemper. 30 seconds gone on the penalty to Aspero. Kempe. Here's Kopitar. Dumps in from the blue line. Around the far side. Minton reversed it back in behind the net. Kopitar able to win it back there. Kuzmenko out near the blue line near side. Fiala on the half wall. Back up top for Kuzmenko, and it slipped past him and back into neutral ice. 1:05 remaining on the power play. Kempe to the far side, juggled by Fiala, and that forces the play offside.
Tough break for them. They got in the zone, and then that pass, just simple pass back to the point to Kuzmenko. The puck hops over his stick.
9:14 remaining. A minute to go on the LA power play. As Corrali will oppose Deneau on the face-off, just outside the Boston blue line. And off the draw, Corrali wins it back to Zadorov, and it'll get lifted all the way back down into the LA zone. Clark from the far circle, trying to keep away from Corrali, hands it back to Byfield from his own blue line to the red. Right wing pass to Moore. Zadorov comes over into the far corner. Moore and Byfield both over there as well. Out of the corner. A shot up the wall by Steves, held into the line. Clark fires it back down low. Moore and Peak do battle along the near corner. 26 seconds to go on the power play. They'll come back toward the point. Clark reaching out to keep it in. Over to the far side. Byfield one-timer saved by Swayman. Rebound pulled in behind the net. Deneau got it off the boards back to Clark. Near side wall, LaFerriere to Clark. Over to Byfield for a one-timer, and sprawling out to block that was Steve. On the far wall, Moore keeps it going. Back to Byfield. Aspero comes out of the box. Byfield shot, glove saved by Swayman. Gets the whistle. It'll get us to a timeout here with 8:11 to go in the 3rd period. Bruins 5 for 5 on the penalty kill and have a 1-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hurry into DQ for their sauced and tossed chicken strip baskets, layered with flavor from top to bottom and everywhere in between. Try them today. Now available in new sweet chili or honey barbecue. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
When it's really cold, you'll feel it in your bones. And your house will feel it in its pipes. Of course, if your pipes burst, you're going to feel it in your wallet, too. That's why Safety Insurance offers discounts to Massachusetts and New Hampshire homeowners if you have water leak devices or freeze detection systems. It's smart to think safety first. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
The only goal of this game belongs to Morgan Geeky, and it is tonight's electric play delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. The electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. 8:11 to go in the third. Bruins 1, Kings nothing.
We talk about commitment. I mean, Steve's just sprawling out to block that one-timer from Byfield. It's certainly been there for them.
Wrapped up the near boards and out of the zone. Zaka got it from Pasternak and got it to Blumel. Coming across the line, and he hit the post. Third time tonight. Bruins have caught iron.
There's a trip.
Pasta gets tripped, and the penalty coming against L.A.
And the evidence is still there. The stick is stuck in his skate.
Tough to argue that one.
Yeah. Especially after they've gotten the last two tripping calls to go their way, and Pasternak. Yeah, no real argument from Fiala. What an opportunity. Puck wrapped around the boards. Good support through the neutral zone. Zaka makes a behind-the-back pass, and that gets Dumoulin back on his heels a little bit, and Blumel flying in the zone gets that shot right off the post.
Jay Blumel still looking for his first goal as a Bruin.
Yeah. Caught in the skate, so that was evidence there.
When the stick gets wedged in there. Oh, Bruins with their second power play of the night. Chance to double up the lead. Blumel along the near boards, backhands it down the wall. Zaka got it across for Pasternak, and the shot ends up off the back wall.
He just looks up to the roof.
Byfield will move ahead shorthanded here for L.A. against Tampa's Lindholm, trying to feather it through his skates. It hit Lindholm's skate. And Boston will regain. Minute 36 to go on the power play. Moving from left to right. Blumel coming through the neutral zone. Across the line, gives to Pasternak. Pasta lost it in the near circle, and Byfield will bat it back toward Jeremy Swayman. Lindholm circles back. Skates it to his own blue line. Hands to Blumel. Just inside the LA line. Geeky back to Blumel near side. That pass hit Dumoulin in the skate. 2-on-1 here shorthanded for LA. Moore coming down the left wing side. Took the shot. Saved by Swayman. And they score on the rebound. Armia was the guy coming down the right side and directs that puck in. LA ties it at 1 with a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, you've got 4 guys deep, and you turn the puck over. It's going to lead to the 2-on-1 going the other way in the break for them. Bruins had a 2-on-1 earlier this period on a shorthanded chance. This is a shot taken from the left wing side. Swayman makes the initial save, and Armia going to the net on the other side from the right wing is going to just chip this puck home. That was Trevor Moore who took the initial shot on the pads of Swayman, gets the rebound he's looking for. If you don't score, you get a rebound.
So Armia with his 5th of the year. 5th shorthanded goal this season for the Kings, and the 4th allowed by the Bruins. And it's a 1-1 game. Bruins with 48 to go on the power play as they try to get set up along the near side. Lorai gives it over to the far side. Jokiharju from the top of the circle with the shot, and a blocker saved by Kemper. Steves moved it back along the wall. Jokiharju center blue line. On to Lorai. Asamont near circle. Here's now Steves bringing up top. Asamont at the side of the net trying to tuck it in. Saved by Kemper. Rebound cleared by Byfield.
Take a step and then take that little shot, you know. He improves his angle there.
16 to go on the power play. Lorai skates it toward the red line. Turns and hands off for Aspero, and he'll lift it in. Ceci going to get it. Aspero got knocked down on the far circle. And the puck will be cleared all the way back down ice by Moore. Power play comes to an end as Fiala steps out of the box. So LA ties it with a shorthanded goal. We've got 5:45 to go. Kastelik chasing Ceci behind the net. Dumoulin from the near corner. Handed off to Fiala. Skates it into the neutral ice. Pass off the far side.
They can't play it. Would have been too many men.
Kempe noticed it. Stopped short. On the near side, Minton to Jeannot. Into the LA zone it goes. In the near corner. Jeannot forced it around to the far side. Kempe goes and gets it there. Pass up the right side for Fiala. Brings it toward the middle. Now cuts back to the right.
On him.
Up loose into the far corner. Ricciardo took a hit from Kempe. Puck comes back to Clark. Shot skimmed just wide of Swayman. Fiala out of the near corner. Edmondson at the left point. Sends it across ice. Ricochets around behind the net. Minton gets it over to Asimont in the far corner. Head man for Jeannot. Gets Minton coming out of the zone, and from center ice, he'll dump it into the far corner and head off as part of a chain. 4:46 to go. Lob back into neutral ice. Tufte gloved it down. Tried to swat it forward. Got blocked by Laferriere. Now Tufte's got it back from in front of his bench. Corrali kicked it forward. Denied entry. It'll come back into the LA zone now. And Mikey Anderson. Far corner Clark. Skates out toward his own blue line. Left side pass for Kopitar to Fogle. Top of the left circle. A shot that goes up over the crossbar. Comes back down deep. Lorai, surrounded by a couple of black sweaters. Gets it to Peak. Peak will skate it all the way out to the red line and dump it in. Pasternak on the far wall. Won it briefly, but now lost it back to Anderson, who skates in front of Kemper.
Byfield might have taken a high stick. He's a yard sale in front of their bench. He just went down to the locker room.
His stick and his gloves both still on the ice as he heads up the tunnel. Here's a chance for Armia right in front. Backhander stopped by Swayman. He covers it up. Oh, boy. 3:42 to go here in the third period, and we are tied at 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Accord, Civic, CR-V, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or a 2026 CR-V, a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic, or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up because I gotta dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers.
3:42 to go in regulation here in Los Angeles. Bruins 1, Kings 1. Morgan Geekie from Steves and Zadorov at 8:01. Got the Bruins the lead, but a shorthanded goal from Joel Armia. Trevor Moore and Brian Dumoulin assisting at 13:03 has it tied. Face-off win by Kastelik. Wrapped up the far boards by Zadorov. Ooh, Steves might have just gotten a piece of that.
Kastelik was just out there for the draw. The last two face-offs in their own zone, they've wrapped the puck because LA had made the adjustment.
Kopitar played off the far boards out into neutral ice. It'll get back into the Bruins zone. Zadorov near side for Peak and lifted in. Bouncing puck. Clark sent it toward the near side. Edmondson reached up, trying to knock it off the wall. Husnudinov had him hemmed in. Edmondson from the corner. They'll send it back behind the net to Clark. 3 minutes to go. Tie game. Clark skating out into neutral ice. Dumps it in. Swayman stops it behind the net. He'll send it back around the far boards. Tufte able to chip it out of the zone. Loose puck comes around toward the near side. Jokiharju will push it up the wall. Ceci going back into the corner. Gets hit hard by Tufte, but moved the puck. Fiala turns into the center of the rink.
Take away his ice.
Carries in across the line. Lindholm takes him to the wall. Fiala able to fight it off. Got it back to Ceci at the right point. Back in deep it comes all the way around to the near side. Dumoulin down to the hash marks. Will play it down behind the net. Fiala wrapped it out in front. Asamont will move it back through the neutral zone here for Boston. Dumoulin goes to retrieve back deep in the LA zone with 2:07 to play. Fiala backhands on to Ceci coming out of the zone. From just inside the red line, shoots one in on Swayman, who gloves it and drops it back into play. Peak from between the circles, skates it forward. Cuts to his right at the red line and dumps in. Kemper had it roll off his stick at the back of the net. Round to the far side circle. Jeannot throws one toward the net. Kemper going to squeeze that one against that far post and then cover it up.
Yeah, Bruins managing their D right now and kind of shorten the bench a little bit at this juncture of the game. You know what I'm going to say, points. Got to get points, and when you're down to 1:42, you got to make sure that this thing doesn't get away from you. Doesn't mean you can't score, but it does not get away from you.
At bare minimum, you've got to get this game to overtime. Face-off will be in the offensive zone here. Jeannot will stand in against Kopitar in the far circle. Gets set. Puck is dropped. Kings win the draw.
That's going to be a tough face-off winning for Jeannot against Kopitar.
But the Bruins get it right back into the zone here with Minton along the far circle. Backhanded toward the front. Denied there by Ceci. Kopitar clears. Kempe near the red line. Fires one in toward Swayman, who gloves it, drops it, and plays it off the far wall to Zadorov. Minton will angle it up the left wing side. A foot race for it in the LA zone. Dumoulin and Jeannot. Puck grab behind the net by Kopitar. Sent up the near side, Armia. Into the middle for Ceci. And he'll dump it in around the boards in the Bruins zone with Zacha taking it behind the net. 60 seconds to go in regulation. Tie game. Anderson from the near circle of the LA zone. Here's Byfield. Deneau and Byfield forcing it across the line. Byfield cutting toward the far side circle. Got it back to the point of drive. Swayman makes the save on the shot by Edmondson.
That was close to being offsides as well, but Swayman able to see that shot all the way in from Edmondson.
43.9 left. And a defensive zone face-off.
Face-off becomes important, though, as well. It's details if you lose the draw.
LA has won 62% of the face-offs tonight.
When they've won the last couple of face-offs inside their own zone, it's been a hard wrap. You got Peak over on the boards right now. That means Geeky's got to get all the way over to the weak side boards if they win the draw.
Zacha against Deneau. And Zacha wins it. Second effort gets it to Zadorov.
Well, it was supposed to get Peak, but Peak had to help out on the draw.
Geeky will carry it through neutral ice. Floats one in just wide of Kemper. Off the backboards, ricocheted onto Deneau. He's got Byfield moving through the neutral zone. Into the far corner where Peak is there. Up the far wall. Deneau gets it back deep.
Byfield took another high stick. He dropped his stick.
Peak from the near circle. 16 seconds left. Long pass up the right side finds Steves. In across the line. Zacha with a shot just wide on the stick side. Geeky trying to get it back in front. It got blocked. It'll kick out of the zone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A time will tick off, and we're headed to overtime here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Byfield and Zadorov having words. Anyway, you tried to draw a penalty down there, but it did look like you got a high stick, and now you're trying to draw one down here.
Zadorov taking a little exception to that one. So overtime is coming up, tied at 1 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up because I got to dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're going to know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season and helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Headed to overtime here in Los Angeles. Bruins won and the Kings won. So the Bruins have accomplished at least part of the goal tonight. They got a point on the board.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some crazy times around the crease there for Jeremy Swayman. But the Bruins have battled and kept the puck out. Swayman's battled and kept the puck out. That's an unfortunate shorthanded goal by the Kings. And the Bruins on the power play, opportunity to get that game to 2-0, but give up a 2-on-1. But they get it to overtime. They get the guaranteed one. Now you get a little greedy.
Boston is 4-0 in games that have extended beyond regulation this year. This is LA's 10th overtime game in 22 games this season. They have won 4 and lost 5, including a shootout loss last night in San Jose.
Kaslik, Pasternak, and Lindholm out on the ice right now. I get the feeling that if Kaslik wins this draw and they get puck possession, he's going right to the bench.
Bruins will go from right to left on offense as they play 3-on-3 for as long as 5 minutes. Kaslik able to get to the puck first off of the face-off, and he, in fact, will jump onto the bench, and Zacha jumps on. Zacha near his own blue line. Coming to the near side, running out of room, gives it to Pasternak, cutting through the neutral zone to the right circle. Into the middle, knocked away from Zacha and forced back toward the Boston end, but Lindholm will get to it first. Hampus passes out to the blue line for Pasternak, who wheels back into his own zone. Coming into the neutral ice, Pasternak carries into the LA end. On the far side wall, flips it to the circle for Zacha. Zacha will bring it back up top, give to Pasternak, and he's going to bring it back out of the zone and give over to Lindholm from center ice. Hampus peels back toward his own blue line.
Zacha went to the bench. Lindholm's going to go to the bench, so fresh bodies for the Bruins.
Razor Minton in trouble in his own zone, knocked away from Kempe. Kempe right circle, turned away from Lohrei. Lohrei knocked the centering pass away, and here's Husnudinov with a breakaway in overtime. Puck slipped off his stick, got it back, goes behind the net. To the far corner and gets rubbed off the puck by Kempe. And now Laferriere coming back to the Bruins zone down to the right circle. He gets knocked down against Lohrei.
Yeah, just lost his balance, lost an edge.
Husnudinov coming back through the neutral zone. In across the line from the far circle. Gives it to Minton, and Minton's going to back it up out into center ice. And the Bruins will start to change here. Zadorov jumps on first. Husnudinov hands him the puck. Zadorov going to carry into the LA zone down the left wing side around Laferriere. On the end boards, puck started to roll on him. Fiala took it away, knocked loose by Geeky, and off the side of the post. Kings will clear. Kastelik will come back and get it. LA getting a change. 3:03 to go in overtime. Kastelik Up the right side with speed. Across the line. High slot shot. Kemper made the save. Couldn't find it. And it squirted away.
Tried to play it.
Kastelic to Zadorov, who brought it back into neutral ice, but now under pressure from Byfield. Byfield able to win it. Zadorov reaches back and pokes that puck free.
Zadorov's got to be exhausted.
Long pass up to the attacking blue line. Pasternak gathers it. Gives to Geekie. Far circle. Scores! Morgan Geekie! His second of the night is an overtime game winner. And the Bruins take it 2-1 in L.A.
Just a great shot from Geekie. His pass from Pasternak, and it's going to go blocker side, rips it by Kemper, and as Pasternak was going by, Kemper gave him a little leg out. Pasternak turned to start to go at him. Nothing came of it, obviously, but he's got there's your vintage Geekie goal, right? The rip. Pasternak barely stays on side. He's going to get this pass over to the right side to Geekie, and Geekie top shelf from the right wing.
Yeah, and Pasternak, as you said, upset after that goal goes in. But they were quick to cut him off before anything came of it. So Morgan Geekie tying for the league high 16th goal of the season.
Puck just jumps off of his stick.
Boston with a 2-1 victory on the road here in overtime. We'll step aside. Back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord, a 4.49% APR on a 2025 Pilot, or a 0.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
I love shows about survivalists, eager to test themselves under the most extreme conditions. Of course, when you consider weather events these days, wildfires, hurricanes, torrential rain, and flooding, we're all survivalists. Visit the Resource Center at safetyinsurance.com and be prepared to protect your family, your property, even your business. The forecast calls for safety. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2026 CR-V or a 3.49% APR on a 2026 HR-V. Hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
If you're searching for a great deal on Nexen winter tires, stop searching, because Town Fair Tire has the best deal. The guaranteed lowest price, combined with more free services for life than any other tire dealer. Yes, that's right. You get both. The guaranteed lowest price on Nexen tires, plus the most free services for the life of your Nexen winter tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Here's a chance for Armia right in front. Backhander stopped by Swayman. He covers it up. Oh, boy. Bruins with a 2-1 overtime victory over the LA Kings tonight. We are joined downstairs by Jeremy Swayman, the winning goaltender tonight. It wasn't easy against this LA team, but your guys played a hell of a game in front of you, it felt like.
That they did. That's a character win, and we knew that they were going to come hard. They play well. They have a structure that is hard to get through, so I'm just really proud of the guys and being patient, knowing that it's going to come our way, and again, just never giving up mentality, and really happy with the 2 points.
Yeah, Sway, some eventful scrambles around the blue paint, your blue paint specifically here today. Just the commitment to team defense for your team, and especially after, Marco, your coach talked about it after last game.
Absolutely. That's an identity thing, and again, I owe the 2 points to those guys. They do such a good job. Penalty kill's unbelievable. Obviously, taking taking really good pride in front of our net, and it's paying off for us. So we have a system that works, and we're going to stick to it.
Yeah, you guys 1-1 on the road trip so far. A big win here tonight. We were talking about it on the air. It was big just to kind of get this game into overtime at some point. But you guys now five straight wins when the game goes beyond regulation. How do you explain that?
Just want to focus on one game at a time. Every game's different. Every game has a different identity, a different emotion level, and tonight was a big one for us. And we know that it's a tough road trip, one game at a time, and I think that put us in a good position to continue this road trip the right way.
Appreciate the time. Great job tonight, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Thanks, boys.
All right, Jeremy Swayman joining us after a 2-1 overtime win for the Bruins, called a character win here tonight in L.A. It was scoreless through 2. They found a way to get the lead and, gave it up with a shorthanded goal, but find a way to get the 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many different ways we can go, but we started off by talking, before the game, and just that they needed to clean up their own end, whether they have the puck or without the puck, and whether it was a coverage thing or whether it was managing the puck and managing the scoreboard, and they did a much better job of that here today. I mean, the Kings pushed, the Kings had their chances, so did the Bruins. Bruins hit 3 posts here tonight. There were